Ooh, it is time to stream some Darktide as I look at Sons of the Forest on Steam right now. Wondering if I should maybe be playing that instead. It is raining over here in Southern California. It is a rainy time in the USA. I would love a vid on what blessing is best on this type of weapon. Now that we have the opportunity to change them around, I don't really know what to keep and what to add. Maybe a vid would provide some insight. Yeah, I could do like a best blessing, best blessings per weapon video, and show those off. But I think that's gonna have to wait, Jalapeno, because we're probably just now discovering what some of those blessings actually are. Maybe we haven't been able to truly test some blessings. Maybe some of them just like we haven't had the right combinations, because I think by and large, a lot of people will kind of stick to the flavor of the month, right? And that's Antax. And because Antax is kind of that flavor of the month, who's behind you? Is it Duke? No, it's not. Because that flavor of the month is like so prevalent, people are going to default to it. Camera okay? Looks kind of funky. So I think that like it's gonna just take time for people to try a bunch of combinations out. I don't have all the things unlocked, so I couldn't tell you. I think a lot of my opinion on it would be kind of a more theory crafting than anything, you know. I'm looking at our viewership right now. We have 25 total viewers across everything. We're only 10 minutes into the stream, so I'm not going to doom and gloom it just yet. But I was sent a copy of Company of Heroes this morning, so we might pivot to Company of Heroes. In fact, maybe I should make a thumbnail right now. Man, it is like really. It's not even started the bad storm yet, and it's coming out. It's coming down. Sons of the Forest looks good. I'm looking at this right now. Dude, I can't wait for Space Marine 2. I really cannot wait for Space Marine 2. It's going to be so fun. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go to display capture. I'm not going to press full screen mode because go fuck yourself. This looks fun, but dude, like look at this. Look at this. This looks fucking terrifying. Battle, brother, you are upon me. I was sent Company of Heroes, Smog. They're like, hey, did you want a review copy? The embargo's next Thursday. I'm like, were you supposed to send this out last week? And he goes, yeah, I was, sorry. I don't know, man. I don't think there is a release date for Space Marine 2. Let's take a look. This will tell me. Okay, so this says 2023. So we know it's coming in 2023 because of Steam's new release policy. If it wasn't the case, it would say coming soon. They have a new policy for that. Yeah, oh god, it was Space Marine. It's gonna be. Oh my god. I think we could. Should we watch a trailer? Should we watch the trailer? Can we watch the trailer? I want to watch the trailer. Who wants to watch the trailer with me? I know this is a Darktide stream, but Homeworld 3 I'm going to cover on the channel. M to the B. God, I cannot wait. We've lost the square. We can't hold it. You know what? Okay, I know everyone loves Space Marines, and I love Space Marines, but honestly, the design for Tyranid warriors is some of my favorite. They're some of my favorite models in all of Warhammer 40k. Like, I absolutely love them. I had a really cool scheme of, it was black, red, and white. With like all that bone armor was white, and like the big like the marrow or the cartilage was red. It was really cool for my Tyranids. Listen to those bolt rifles. Oh, the mark of a good game is when you get the sound of a bolter down. And this is a problem I had with Dawn of War 2. The bolter just sounded too tinny. And they are basically Tyranid Templars. That's another thing too, is like whenever you watch the fan-made stuff, for the exception of Astartes, there's no gravity to their armor. And so watch how this guy moves. It's kind of like chunky and cumbersome. So you understand that he actually has like heavy armor on, which is really cool. It's just not something that you get in a lot of like the fan-made stuff, because I think like it's also like watching an actor who has like a cup in his hand. The way I'm moving this, you can like tell by the way the movement of my hand, it's kind of moving like this too, right? Like I did a lot of space work. That was like a big thing of mine when I was in theater school. But it's like when an actor has an empty cup, you can tell if they're a bad actor, because you don't just gesture, you don't just pontificate and gesture with a cup that's empty, or with a cup if it's full is my point. So if it's empty and they're moving their hand with the cup a lot, you know that they're like, okay, you're not really getting into this. So my point is though, you watch Astartes and they move super fast, which kind of matches with the lore, and then you watch this and they don't really move super fast, but they move cumbersomely. So it's like they've struck in like a weird middle ground. Like I want them to move like they move with the blurred speed of light, basically. What up, Fearless Saint? Dude, just goes for the kneecap. T for teen. I see. I think if they took this angle for the show, it would be so much better. If the Space Marines are disembodied and the Imperial Guardsmen are the ones that you're really following, and they are like venerate. They look like this. They're like, oh my god. And the Space Marines really have no, like, not recollection, but they don't really care about the Imperial Guards. Like, when you read all the Horus Heresy books, right? Like, they almost, like, depending on which legion you're looking at, they almost hate the Guard. Ah, I can't wait. It's gonna be so sick. And if it has the multiplayer, Indy and I were oh, I guess we should probably show the gameplay, right? Well, why don't we just show the actual gameplay trailer?
We are the defenders of mankind.
Little upset
the horrors
that it's not what's his nuts.
Dwell in the darkness. While we draw breath, we stand. While we stand,
dude, look
we
at that.
Fight.
Look at that. They're really leaning heavy into the whole Primaris.
Are the angels of death. We are the blade drawn against the endless night. Nothing will survive our wrath.
If there's multiplayer in Space Marine 2 that is a carbon copy of Space Marine 1, if they made zero improvements on it, Andy Pride and I were talking about how like we would have content for years. Like, that is one of my favorite multiplayer modes, easily. Guys, if you are watching over on YouTube, please do jump on over to Twitch. Seems to be a very slow day for viewers, what with me up against Company of Heroes and Sons of the Forest. I cannot tell you how discouraging that is, but it is what it is. Because I have to make an uphill battle towards 75 average viewers, because fuck me, right? But let's have some fun regardless, I suppose. Okay, so I want to work on making a particularly good weapon today. And maybe even not even particularly good, but I think just custom building one out. I really don't have any problems with my Eviscerator. Could it be better? Sure. Roman? You've been a jerk all day, bub. There we go. Get cooed. So the Eviscerator is fine. I mean, I don't think Savage Sweep or Wrath. I think Wrath is fine. I mean, I could swap Momentum onto it. Thank you very much, Steam Powered Sid. I got to get to like 100 viewers to get to 75 average for my partnership, so. See what happens. You need to settle down, buddy. You need to settle down. You're like, I just want to play, though. Let me play. Please let me play.
Another loyal devotee.
You know, Ember? No, he's a mini Australian Shepherd. He's 11 months old. I believe in the Beef Panda. Beef Panda has a positive ring to it right now. He's saying, I think we will hit 100. We'll hit 100 maybe towards the end. That's the problem. The nut kick is that it's an average across the time of the stream, right? So, hey, Ember, thank you very much for gifting out a... Dude, Ember, you've just been making it rain. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get there, Beef. But do we stick with Wrath? Is it worth to not stream on these days? Did you bring... Yeah, I mean... I was really struggling all night with whether or not I do Company of Heroes right now. And I woke up to a key that they sent me. They sent me a key. They're like, hey, here's the Company of Heroes. Enjoy. So I was like, I feel like more people want to play Darktide that follow me and know me. Maybe Company of Heroes isn't the play. So I can always stream tomorrow. Yeah, I think maybe... I do. I've already done all that, Fearless Saint. I've applied twice. I have to hit 75 average is my biggest thing. I mean, definitely could do both. Savage Sweep 1, which is kind of booty. Wrath again, Wrath again. I kind of just need to get more Eviscerators to blue so I can rip off their blessings, but really getting something just to... Roman? No. Thank you. Getting something just to blue only gets me like a level 2 blessing. Is there anything on Sire Melks? Let's take a look at Milk, little Milky Milk. Because the Milk has some good stuff. We could do some things. What? Or did you just bring it to me after I told you no? Did you just do that? Did you goose? You little goose. He's biting on the edge of his towel. And I don't want him to do it. And sometimes he picks it up and brings it to me and starts wagging it. So, did you want to play with me instead? You little goose, bud. You're such a little goose. Oh, I've never had an orange bolt gun spawn. Never had an orange bolt. Woo! Oh my god. That's really good. Yeah, let me compare it to mine. Let me compare it to mine really quick. I'm thinking that's... we didn't come here to do that, but that is what's going to be happening, I think. I have a pretty good bolt gun right now on this character. Oh, I've got Shattering Impact 2. Well, that's nice because what I can do is... I can take this bolt gun... mine and break it down for its Shattering Impact to give onto my other character. My damage is better on mine by 1%, stability is better by 2%, mobility is lower, reload speed is higher, stopping power is higher on the blue, on the orange. What do you guys think? Northman, couldn't agree more, dude. Could not agree more. Yeah, the change to the Requisitorium is huge. The Armory Exchange is huge. The crafting is very nice. The UI update is huge, too. Oh, I popped my back. Oh, I popped my back. Whew, felt great. So, from a modifier standpoint, Mukiwa, it's really negligible. The mobility increase, I'm sacrificing reload speed. But my perks, so sprint efficiency, I'm already on a wasted perk right there. I have 25% damage to flak armor, I'm keeping that. I'm going to re-roll the damage to maniacs to probably damage to either unyielding or damage to unarmored. And my blessings, I already get an upgraded Shattering Impact. And I get surgical, which is honestly not amazing. Steam-powered Sid, you're not wrong at all, dude, but I just kind of feel like why it upsets me that Darktide has kind of taken this route is that it was on such an upward trajectory. All they had to do before launch was, hey, let's just make sure that we we hit crafting by December. That way there's no needed additional content. And then when we come back, we can release the first subclass or a slew of new maps. If this patch today was a subclass, I think the game would just be at a standard high level of people. Instead, it's down to almost Steam charts. Dude, some guy got up my ass on my comments earlier. He's like, just fucking enjoy the game. Like, I do enjoy the game. I play the balls off of it, little bro. So, currently there are 6,000 people, all rounded up. With Vermintide, and I think Vermintide now has a lot of people because of people playing Darktide and going, well, if you don't like... And Darktide has 3,600. Like, in all honesty, it should not be this low. I don't think it should be at 100,000. That's not realistic. I think a 60% drop is realistic for a game that is a month out of its release, and to retain those numbers. So I would think that we should really realistically be around 30 to 20,000 people playing, depending on what's going on. That's my opinion. If they had just kept the heat is on. You know, I was asked a technical 40K question. I can't remember where it was. We would see where it was. Super technical lore question, but like, wouldn't the Tyranids keep attacking because no Synapse creatures then? No, Fearless Saint, if their Synapse creature dies, they turn feral and more often than not run away. They look at themselves as an individual, not a pack. So they're good. They react more like a coyote and run off. Do you think Emmerich had his fair share in the lore? Yeah, especially towards the end. The warrior is a Synapse creature. Yes. Well, it was. I don't know if they've changed that. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, I got 20 of you watching on YouTube, 46 of you watching on Twitch. Please do make that jump on over. I need to get up to 75 plus average viewers, so that would be absolutely huge for me. Devastation of Ball is a good example of that. I thought you meant that Devastation of Ball is a good example of Imric. I was like, not in that. All right, we're sending it to the officials. Smog, I don't know if you're watching or not, but I'm saying this to you. You're the official. 2,800 ingots? Okay, how do you guys say it? Is it... Oh, you are here. Cool. What do you think, man? I think that this orange is pretty worth it. The perk rolls alone. I mean, I only need to re-roll damage to maniacs. Yeah, do you guys say ingot or ingot? So I-N-G-I-T basically, or E-I-N-G uppercase O-T? I just sent it to you, Smogs. Ingot. Why did you say ingot? Okay. I grew up playing Ultima Online where I had to worry about Valorite ingots. So I was always calling it ingot. Because I was a kid, dude. Lake Superior, dude. I was on Baja. I think I moved everyone to Lake Superior. No, I moved to Atlantic. I moved everyone to Atlantic because Baja was dead when I came back last. Great Lakes, man. If I could turn back time on any one thing, not on myself, right? But like, say, hey, the internet's back to this point. I would turn everything. I would turn gaming back to when Ultima Online was 5 years out or 4 years out. When the Second Age came out. Done. Officiate. Marked it. Very good bolter. It is done. Let's break this down. I think that the blue is great, but I think we can pull that. Cannot surrender currently equipped weapon. Okay. And I loved Ultima Online at that time. It was probably the best it's ever been. But more importantly, I think games at that time were also extremely fun and awesome and great. Faction Wars. Oh my god, dude. On Abyss. When you were blue or purple or orange or green. I got married in that game. I remember being in 6th grade and I was on the way back. This is cringy. I don't give a fuck. If you don't have cringy memories from your childhood, then you're suppressing stuff. I was in 6th grade, and I remember driving back from like vacation with my parents. I was like, "Mom, I gotta get back. I gotta get married." She's like, "What? You gotta get what?" I'm like, "Married, mother, married." Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't these blessings apply to this gun? We can probably find that out right now if I press rebless, because I've not pulled a single one off of the... Yeah, they do. Because I've not pulled a single one off of this. So we already have... Oh, we already have 3 and Falter. Damn. I can't do it. This is my only good. Infantry las and infantry auto are considered the same blessings. Yeah, all the infantry las guns are the same because it says Cantrail MG4 because that's the MG, right? That's the mark. I don't know what the MG stands for. But they're all infantry las guns versus a Void Strike staff and blah 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 blah. I don't know. Vrax Headhunter autogun. Realistically, I probably wouldn't do anything with this. And the reason I'm looking at these things is I'm like, okay, we oh no. No, smut. Maybe I was. Oh no, I wasn't. Okay, so deadly accurate, rebless between the eyes. Okay, so tier 3. Maybe I'm gonna break this one down for between the eyes. I don't think between the eyes is particularly good. Do I have deadly accurate? Headhunter. No, I want deadly accurate. That's what I want. Sick. Okay. Earn blessing. Deadly Axe, because that's really good. If I can rip that off of this and put it on a really good MG12, we can have a great time on my my bro. These two aren't too great. In fact, this is probably worth just breaking down. So this is for all the headhunters, right? Rebless. Between the Eyes and Ghost. Okay, so we have a 3 Ghost and a 3 Between the Eyes. And a 2 Headhunter. This would give us a 3 Headhunter and a 3 Ghost. Well, one or the other. Shit. Those are the 2 best blessings for a Headhunter, in my opinion. Opening Salvo is pretty good, but Opening Salvo doesn't kick in. Oh, Minnock. Goddamn, Beef Panda. Opening Salvo doesn't kick in unless the recoil has ended. So if you're shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and recoil's popping your gun all over the place, you're still in the middle of a salvo. A salvo. Deadly Accurate 1. Do we even have it? No, I'll break that down for it. That's actually not a bad one, but I don't really want to use a single shot auto gun on a Minoc. You know, that's probably it, you know? I don't think I've really ever said I don't think I've, like, there was a lot of games that I played online, right, like on TeamSpeaks and stuff like that. I've heard Raking Fire is the big one that you want for the Shredder Auto Pistol. But I did not... Let's rip this off. Okay, I already have it? Alright, cool. Go by type. I never played really Ultima Online on a voice chat. Not until the very, like, kind of end of the road there. Let's rip off Cavalcade. I remember Automap. I also remember what was the Terrifying Barrage is terrible on a quick draw stub revolver. What was the macro program? Easy UO. Easy UO, that's what it was. Easy UO. I had scripts for Easy UO to run like necromancy and stuff like that. No, Northman. Your run speed in UO was based off of your run speed. And I had really goddamn good internet last time I went back for it. And people were like, are you fucking hacking? I'm like, no, dude. I'm just really good. And it's not really good. It's just the internet. Easy UO was really, really bannable. But then they stopped caring. Yeah, I got a 3. I like the Brax here. This one's way better. Okay, so rip that off. I'm just ripping all these off real quick. What's up, Cam Puff? Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, please do jump on over to Twitch so I can make that jump on to 75 plus average viewers. We definitely do need that. The combat shotgun, I do want to find something. Almost at 75, right? 67. We need, that's just to get to 75. We need probably about like a 100. Let me check something real quick. How do you feel after the stream got existential? Me, I feel great. I'm good. That's good. Good point. Very good point. Won't cost anything as far as average goes. So what weapon do you guys want to work on to make particularly good today? Let's rip this off. I don't really care about a braced auto gun, but it's a braced auto gun, so I can use it on Agrippina braced auto guns, which I do really care about. I have a really good shotgun. Oh, I can get existential on anything. You guys know me. I'm like, at all times, like half a sentence away from talking about something unnecessarily deep. Can I make a pistol viable? The pistol is very viable on the stub revolver? Or you mean the fucking heavy las pistol, the worst goddamn weapon in the game? Hate that thing. I do kind of want to strike gold here with my thunder hammer. And we do have, so we've got momentum and I've got slaughterer. Should we maybe push, should we work on a thunder hammer? I mean, this is a 364. That's not terrible. The low roll in it is defense, which is actually, I think, the most sacrificial of the stats. First target is 10% lower than I want it to be, but it's still not terrible. What do you guys think? I have a really good antax, I thought, on here. 360. Must be this 361. Yeah, it's okay. Disciple. I think I'd rather like deal with that. Decimator 4 and Brumentum 3 good on an Aatrox Mark II? Yeah, absolutely. That's very good, Catalu. Most people prefer the attack pattern of Antax, but the Aatrox is not bad at all, Catalu. Not at all. Thanks for following, though, man. Welcome to the family.
An earnest disciple.
I wanted to make a really good build for Chainsword, and I think it's still in there. I just need the... I need the tier 2. I need the Bloodletter one. Because I want basically Devastating Strike, which is essentially Brutal Momentum Diet, and the Bloodletter one, or the Shred Blessing on a Chainsword to see if I can make it actually do some serious damage. In fact, I might rip off some of these. Let's just earn this.
Interesting.
Rev it up. See, that's a 380. It's like a 380 gone to waste. This is such a good one. The penetration roll is low, though, unfortunately. The weak spot damage, the perk distribution is terrible. This has really good perk distribution. Unfortunately, they're both at 20. Yeah, let's rip this one off, too. So now we just have it. And I've got these two... Like, this is my go-to Thunder, or my go-to Crusher. This is the other one. Trauma, Impact. I mean, there's just so many fucking Impact or Stagger blessings for the Crusher that are just... It's too repetitive. Okay, target receives 3 stacks of Impact if already staggered. 20% Impact on hit. Target receives 3 stacks. Okay, that's Thunder Strike. We already have Thunder Strike. And then... 12% impact for 2 seconds on repeated hit. I don't know which one's better. I have no idea. 3% to insta-kill human-sized enemies on chained heavy hits. Siresco. Not right now. I might do it tomorrow. This Antax. God damn it. What do we rip off of this Tack Axe? Head Taker 3 or Decimator 3? And same thing with this Claw Sword. Rip off Vicious Slice, maybe? I think both of these are terrible. Yeah, Siresco, I might play it tomorrow. I've just been doing streams all week, I think, you know? Yeah, it should be able to. I think I'll just do the campaign. I think a lot of people would like to see it. See, the unfortunate thing that what I'm trying to do right now is make a big push to partner. So I have to do the thing that gets me the most views. It's really shit. So I apologize, guys. I kind of want to push this Chainaxe to orange today, too. See what we get for our secondary. Because we have head taker on this one, which is good. Really, the thing you want is Shredder. Because Shredder, the Chainaxe, unlike the other two chain weapons, whenever it light attacks, it uses its Shredder combo ability to do more damage. Okay. Wayne James, thanks for following up, man. And Wooden Branch, thanks, guys. Guys, yeah, if you are watching on Twitch, or YouTube, do switch up over to Twitch. Up instead of what you really. Well, Fearless saying I only have to do that until I make partner. I've heard Thrust is a really good one, so I think we do this. We'll consecrate this bad boy. Let's push it into blue. All right, not liking that. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate that, my guy. Yeah, I have to stay at after I make it. I don't know. I have not seen any criteria. So let's take a look now. I don't think I have anything. The only other thing is momentum. I think we want momentum and slaughterer, right? Those are the two that we particularly want. It's actually not that. That's not that expensive at all to do that. So head taker's not bad. Here's the question. I think we work on a Thunderhammer today. I think a lot of people love the Thunderhammer. This is 364. This is 372. Let's compare the two. 79, 76, 74, 79. It's not Abertrill, but I think it's probably going to get a balance pass. And if it does, I might as well have a good one from that happens. Which one do we like more, bros? Both have a wasted perk, which is really... Ooh, this is a terribly wasted perk. I think we go 372. It unfortunately also has a wasted blessing, too. So I have to hope that the orange blessing is particularly good. Do we go with this one, or should I go build another one from scratch? Let me know. What do you guys think? This 372 or scratch? Type it in. Here, I'll do a quick poll. I'll manage a quick poll here. 1 minute long. Which Thunderhammer do we enhance? The 372 modifier. Build a new one. Might be a fun thing to do though, is just maybe build a brand new one on stream today. Build a new one? Okay, we'll go build a new one. We got the money, I think. And it's so quick to make money now. Do you guys want me to make a Thunderhammer though? We can build any weapon. I can go with a you know what? Maybe we do a new poll here. Make a good Chainaxe or make a good Thunderhammer? Which one do you guys prefer?
Another loyal devotee.
Yeah, you guys are saying build it from scratch. Okay, end poll. Acquire Brunt's Armory. Who the fuck is Brunt? I know who Brunt is. New poll going up. Which weapon do we build? Thunderhammer, Chainaxe. Start poll. Anything fun here? Vicious Slice at 2. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing fun. Few results. I have a heavy sword. I have a really good one, Cad. We played with it at the beginning of the last stream. And it was solid. It performed just fine. No issues with it at all. Thunderhammer wins resoundingly. Dude, Beef Panda, look at you, dude. Beef Panda? Yeah, it's Beef Panda. I don't know. Did you make a vid about this update? Yeah, Dr. Pistols, I did. You did. We made it. We're at 46 minutes and we did it. You were right, Beef Panda. I should have had the faith. 351, not bad. 361, I saw that one. 315. 359. These are all pretty good rolls so far. We want a 3. I think we want a 370 plus. Right? 295. Let me give you 5-finger fucking. Ooh, I just consumed all of my gold. All of my gold. I guess I only had 100,000, so. So you're gone. You're out. You're out. You're out. All these are gone. This is actually really good. This is a really good Chainaxe. The weak spot damage sucks, but that's worth pushing to blue, I think. Okay, didn't we get a higher one? Type. So... Wait a minute. Yeah, we're pushing that Chainaxe to blue for sure. Okay, so 361. This 372 I think is better. It's got a shit fucking thing though, it's a problem. The blessing's not particularly good. Do we get enough to go? Yeah, we got enough to get like 2 more. Let's do it.
My service is fulfillment.
327. Brunt is kicking me in the old dick here. So that 362, 365. I mean, I was just buying really like nice ones. Holding on to them, right? I don't need this. So it's time we break it down. You know, Campuff, I think that when items are too customizable, it loses the fun. But I do agree that it is kind of wild out. I'm just dumping money. And like, I think it's like money sinks are not the answer. I think redistributing one, I think if you want, give me the ability to redistribute one stat. Because I think by and large, a low modifier roll isn't indicative of a bad weapon. It's when that low modifier roll applies to an important stat. Oops. I think I have a good example on here. I mean, this is here. This is a perfectly fine flamer. Let me re-roll the mobility into burn. And then this flamer becomes a really solid flamer, even though it's a 340 roll. I think if it had the same ability to lock a modifier stat that we get with a perk and blessing, which again, I think perks you should just be able to choose at this point. This would be a totally good and fine flamer if I could just simply re-roll or swap a modifier.
My
I don't think there's anything wrong with what you just did. It isn't efficient. It isn't supposed to be. It was an option to dig for something, and having options is never bad. It's true. I just think that being able to completely customize a weapon, that I think a lot of people keep asking for, I'm like, I don't think... not to sound like watching fucking what's-his-name, but it's like, I don't think you really want that. I think that that leads to stagnant gameplay faster than anything else. I'm going to push this to blue because I have a boner for it. Then you'd re-roll until the best stat is a low. No. I mean, you swap one, you lock it. That's it. You can't re-roll it. It doesn't re-roll the stat. It takes one and moves it to another. So if you have a 79 and a 43, they swap the two. So you choose one to swap with another. I need that fucking Chainaxe. Oh, consecrate. And it gave me the worst one. Like, who the fuck uses Rev It Up? I do have a Slaughterer I could throw onto it. You know, it's not the death sentence it once was, though, Cad. I think the death sentence is once you hit purple. If your second perk is also bad, it's not a good weapon. Which sucks, but still. Okay, so I think we have to stick with this 361. It does have a low first target. And I don't remember what first target does again. First target is a light attack versus first target. How much damage under the first enemy hit when multiplied in one swing? Oh, only when hitting multiple enemies in one swing? So not a power-up charged smash attack? Put Slaughter on there, rev it up. No, I would only do that at orange. I think the increase to cost is worth the risk of losing a particularly good blessing. I think we got to go with the 372. As much as I want to build from scratch, I don't think we can. I mean, this isn't terrible. 1.02x. Oh, it's only 0.04. I think fuck it, right? It's more damage, one less pen, one less crowd control, one more defense. What do you guys think? No, 380 base rating is the lockout point, Shaz. Well, then let's push this to blue and then make our decision. Infested enemies isn't terrible. It's not great. Head Taker? Not bad. Okay. Crash the Dares off one. Really, Chris? I have not had that happen to me yet. I knew what you meant by CRD. I saw CRD and I was like, crash the desktop. So it's not terrible. Damage to infested. It's better than increased melee damage, that's for sure. And Thunder Strike is kind of useless. Head Taker at rank 2 is what it is. It's like that's not. This is a really good Thunderhammer, but it's fucking perk level 2. Like, God damn it. Well, let's go get some money. And I hear you drinking your drink in there. I'm almost done with my weekly contracts, which is boost to Monte, my bros. Guys, we got 80 viewers on Twitch. We got 23 some odd on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please do make that jump on over to what's it called? It would really help me out a ton. We'll do a 4 down. A 5 down, I mean. We'll see if anyone even joins me for the 5 down, more importantly. I always love when I get a... Did you... Did you want to reset your password? I did not choose that. Hey, look, we already got one in motion. No, I think Dawn of War is done with. I think that they took the 40K license from Relic and gave it to Creative Assembly and said, start making a 40K Total War. I think that's what they did. Ooh, Assault Armies. Nice, dude. I am working on my Slaves to Darkness. I was going to build out my Grey Knights army, but do Romans stop it? Bro, you gotta pay attention, bud. You want an actual chew toy? You're chewing on the things that are not chew toys. Have your peanut butter infused pumpkin. Lust for thrust. Oh god. I should have rerolled the things on this too. Blood Angels, nice. That's my favorite chapter. No, Northman, I clicked on 5 down. Battle brother. Honestly, I would really like a remastered 1. I think 1 is so good. 1 doesn't look terrible now. God damn it, I hate this. The hit detection on this thing is such a piece of shit. Not the weapon, the actual monster. You see, I would do an escalation league if I could actually like just reliably paint. Oh, I thought I got 2 for +1. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't see that behind me. I think, man, it's only going to place you in a game that's got people in it. 5 quick play always sucks. Battle Sector is actually really good. I should get the Sisters of Battle Sector thing. Yeah, man, I think Heresy is just the highest played thing, dude, unfortunately. Which sucks, because it's not like Damnation is that much harder. In fact, I think that, like, a 4 up is harder than a 5 normal. Oh, 2 Reapers? Oh! Sorry, I got no health. Forgot. No, I have not. Seer. But I don't have painted armies. Because I am a Grey Legion Master. That's why I'm working on my Slaves of Darkness to be my first fully painted army. My Sisters of Battle were going to be that. Oh my god, dude. Can we get, like... My Sisters of Battle were going to be that, but... But unfortunately, I realized that in order to play Sisters of Battle, I need like 60, 80 miniatures. Like, they're a horde army, and I can't feasibly paint all those. And I am like a perfectionist when it comes to painting. I can't just go, just slap a couple, just load a couple things on here. I hate it. Yeah, they're a pain to paint because they're so detailed. They're beautiful models. But okay, I need fucking 5 units of 5 sisters, and that's just my front line. Then I'm gonna need 4 tanks or 3 of the fucking their dreadnoughts, and then I'm gonna need 15 or 20 more of their heavy weapon squads. Like, they've got so many minis, and they're sick minis, and I love them, but I don't have the volition to do it. Yeah, you want to do, especially the models like that. Like the Sisters of Battle are some of the best models in 40K right now, because it's a brand new, entirely brand new range that has like a lot of really cool looking models and a lot of like the best rules too. Like the rules for Sisters of Battle are so good. Dude, look at those drop rates, loving it.
Has not forgotten you, pilgrims.
Well, Ishmael, that's why I went with Grey Knights. Playing Demon Hunter kind of reawoken my love for the Grey Knights. And I was like, well, it's just silver. It's silver and gold. And so if you don't know this, when you're painting, silver and gold are the same paint, different tints. It's a metallic paint with a gold tint, a metallic paint with a silver tint. So if you fuck up silver or gold, using silver or gold to fix it is super easy. If I fuck up black on the white or white on the black, oh god, it's a headache. Or I put red onto a white tabard or something like that and I've already finished it, it's a headache. Like, it's way harder. So, oh no! Ah, did it. Grey Knights, the ultimate try and find out team. Say they're side cloaking. Yeah, and Grey Knights are a really sick army. Like, you need maybe 30-40 miniatures in total. You get 2 or 3 brothers. Like, I was gonna do a unit of 10 paladins and get 2 or 3 of the baby walkers. Yeah, or orcs. Orcs are really easy to hide mistakes because you can go, oh, that's just part of his paint. That's his paint job. Necrons are easy too because it's like you paint them black and then you hit them with the silver and you're done. Silver's for second place. You're going gold, baby. But yeah, I mean, painting gold or silver over each other is so easy. So it makes mess ups and stuff like that a lot better. Does anyone here paint a lot? Basically, I can't remember if I can. It's my understanding that I should not and cannot use metallic paints on a wet palette. I've heard that is a bad thing. It separates quickly? Okay. Because I'm doing it on a conventional palette, and it's just... It dries out so quick. And I have to keep adding water to it. And I have to keep adding water to my brush. Maybe it's because I'm not painting large amounts of it, I'm only doing lining. Yeah, we're almost at 100. You're right, Beef Panda. If I was doing Grey Knights, I'd prime it silver from the can. Yeah. Oh. As much as I love contrast, with the Grey Knights, I don't think contrast makes sense. Oh, I didn't hear. Oh, okay. Alcohol-based paints. Is Vallejo an alcohol-based paint? I've heard Vallejo's Chrome Air is amazing.
us for charges.
I mean, this guy right here is all contrast. I've just started to add layers to him. But he is 100% contrast. Yeah, I use pretty much nothing but acrylic. Water-based, actually. Huh, did not know that, Human James. Grey Knight Steel is one of my favorite metallic paints in the Citadel line. So to do that properly, Mukiwa, what you have to do is you have to paint towards the recess, and you have to load the brush. If the brush doesn't have enough on it, you'll get that coffee stain look. You have to basically kind of paint in a shoe horn. My good friend Warhipster, who is currently streaming, did a really good video on contrast paint and how to properly use it. So if you could design your own models in 3D print. Beef Panda, a lot of people do that, and they do run into a lot of cease and desists from, what's it called? What's up, Samaras? Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of multiplayer in those games, because I don't have the patience. What did I say? Cease and desist from who? Yeah, from Games Workshop. Did I say Creative Assembly? Yeah, from Games Workshop. I don't have the patience to put in the reps for strategy online gameplay. It's just I've never been about that life, and every time I've done it, it's at the behest of Turin, like galvanizing me into doing it, and I get into it. And I'm like, yeah, this is kind of fun, but I can never stick with it. Like there's so much like Comp Stomp is 100% the way. It's 100% the way. Turin, my good buddy, that does YouTube as well. If you want to know anything about competitive multiplayer in Total War, in Age of Empires, Turin is your bro. You know, they defend it very aggressively, but they don't bother to make sure that their games come out properly, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck you. I keep sucking up ammo on accident. It's talking with the mullet. And we'll do this. Calvin, what's up, dude? It didn't really change. Nothing in a patch, no change. I just always like the Eviscerator. It gets boring using just the Antax. And I think the Antax also makes for really bad, it makes for bad playstyle. Here we go. Got your 3 hydrates. Thank you very much, Clarnane. 69. Nice. Guys, if you do have a Prime sub that you have not yet used, feel free to use it on me. I did, Beef Panda, I did. I saw you. You sneaky minx. Dude, I'm gonna have my weeklies done after like 3 matches, which is awesome. This is how weekly should be, not the fucking grind that they have been before. Go ahead, Sage. Go for it, Sage. I forgot to take the reset ability. Oh my god, it's fully sunny out again. Yeah, way less grindy. Way less grindy. The updated level design. What did they change about this level design? What did it... Oh, like the cosmetics? Has it changed? I don't even know what's going on. 2.2 Spartan and nothing to spend them on? What do you mean, Raptwist? You don't want to drown me in hydrates? Hey, Ceresco, subbing up with Prime and starting a hype train. Thank you, bro. The doggo is doing well. He was right over here going to town on his little chew toy. Yeah, fuck you. Welcome, Harlequin. Come back to Darktide. Get on the hype train. Go ahead and hype me up with that hype train. Oh, fuck. So the stream would do this kind of cringe. Like what? Like Hydrate? I feel like Hydrate's a pretty good one. My back end says 260 subscribers right now. But that's like, it's people that have not expired from the previous month. My little like tracker. Oh, 199. Whoa, shit! I see that. We've had almost 200 subs this month. Jesus, man. But that means that 62 are subs from last month that I have not expired yet. I just hit sub and it didn't go through. Hey Dorian, thank you very. Oh, Adrian, Adrian, thank you very much for subbing up with Prime, my bro. You have started another hype train. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really know much about like Twitch culture and kind of like figuring out like how to manage hype trains with emotes and stuff like that. Is there stuff that you guys have seen on other channels that you're like, man, that was a really cool way to reward me for hype trains or subbing or bits or stuff like that? I mean, I'll take any ideas. I've got artists that can make new emojis and stuff like that. Maybe a hype train emoji with Roman in a choo-choo train. Okay, I'm making it. 10 push-ups for a hype train level. What's the point of that? You can't see me doing them, Ryan Squirrel. I'm doing them down here. I'm in a standing desk. Me in a banana hammock. Mudhorn Clan. Well, I'm glad your brother told you about me. You're going to regret coming here because this is a shit show. Beef Panda resubbed for 1 month. There you go, dude. Thank you, my man. Thank you so much, brother. Just the knowledge of suffering is good enough. I mean, I can do a lot of push-ups. I dabble with the gymnasio. If you have any questions, Mudhorn, though, feel free to ask away, bro. Hark, they're coming up our butt. Oh, again? We got a double come? No, I was too close to him. King Robert of Apulia from CK3. Oh, I should do that. 3 boxes of Blood Knights for $100? Dude, Sean, go check to see if they have Varangard. Buy me 2 boxes of Varangard and I will send you money. Varangard is 3 models for $100, just like the Blood Knights. It sucks. And every Slaves to Darkness army uses 3 to 6. They're so goddamn good. You can even have them as HQ. He is. He's my favorite playthrough, Berserk. He's my favorite play. I want to redo it. It's so good. And do like a Norman-Italian hybrid culture. Oh! Keeping longboats or something like that. No, you know, Blood Bowl is really very much a beer and pretzels type of game. It's not. It's so slow. I couldn't imagine playing that on stream, man. I think Apulia would be fun and reform the Roman Empire. But like in the first order of business is dealing with the Pope, but that's so tricky. And I think the problem too, I think I don't like dealing with the Pope is it kind of shuts off a portion of the game. Oh, Billy Chops will be able to for sure. I think they mentioned something about that. Paradox is in a weird spot right now, though, man. Yeah, but we don't get Holy Wars if the Pope's gone. And if the Holy Wars aren't gone, are not there. Although the Holy Wars don't do much, I think Holy Wars need a big rework. Good Lord, Warhammer. Yeah, Warhammer is... well, Warhammer Fantasy was not expensive per box. It was expensive per army. Only the strong cultural tradition. Not off the top of my head, unfortunately, bro. The jump from YouTube feels... welcome aboard, Rob! Thank you for making that transition over from YouTube to Twitch, my dude. Not too many slave players in Kansas City, dude. I mean, Sean, if you actually had that, if you could actually get me 2 boxes of Vanguard at like a good rate, message me on Discord and I will Venmo you. I'll pay for postage. I'll set up a PO box. I think if I eBayed them right now, I'd maybe get them for like $20 cheaper, $10 cheaper, something like that. Oh! Bolter clear. Oh, love that. If I could get 2 boxes for 100 though, that'd be sick too. My most painted army is my High Elves, and it's still not that painted. Did you see Great Book of Grudges post on the guy's take on Storm of Chaos being a potential endgame for Immortal Empires? I would love that, Rob. I saw... my buddy sent me the video. I have not watched it yet. Nathan makes great videos. And he's also just a really fucking nice guy.
What are you doing? Quickly! Once we're down
Wow, you're going to town on you, pumpkin, buddy.
To purge thee.
We're at the viewer average right now. Not 100 viewers should be about 75 average. I'm sorry for despairing at the beginning of the stream. I just feel like it's really kind of been a pain in the ass. I'm about to hop on Darktide from Game Pass. Well, Mudhorn, enjoy, my dude. It's just it's such a struggle, dude, dealing with this, like, average shit. Because it's like, if things slow down slightly, I just don't get the fucking views. And then that weighs against my average. And I'm just like, motherfucker. Yeah, the Storm of Chaos stuff is great. Is really good. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with you. Dude, we've gotten so much plasteel this run. This is Damnation down? It's damn down. Damn down. Redacted by the Inquisition. Limited, thanks for following, my man. Is it based on the rolling average? Yeah, it's a rolling average. Oh! Oh, come on, rev up and go. Thank you. What up? T, how you doing, dude? Matthias, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I think right now, for the people that are, like, really still into it, it's just being able to get more playability out of the existing stuff by crafting. No, the Viscera did not get buffed. It's just my favorite weapon. Oh, man, I just got... Sorry, guys. I unintentionally picked up a large ammo sack. Well, now it feels like the release day. Like I said before, like, if this had been the patch that came at the end of the year... Hey, no, sir. Absolutely not, young man.
Do you need
Sit.
a hug?
Down. And settle. Very good. Come. Here.
When you are ready to confess your sins.
Up. Here. Sit.
Thank you.
Dumpster diving dog. No, sir. Using an ARC GPU. I haven't actually... this helmet looks different. Or is that just me? Show you the baby? I will show you the baby after this round. Ow. After this round. Oh! Shotgun. The baby I shall show to thee. Where did he put that? No one put a thing down? Okay, cool. I'll put a med pack down. They sure did. Bleed build is not my bag, baby. Although the new Eviscerator shred is pretty good. Oops, damn it! I have that Wrathbeast Swift, unfortunately, and not Revenant. Yeah. The 40k shells are essentially gone. Tons of undead stuff and dwarfs. They're stuck in AOS. And army books. Hit you up on Discord tonight. These guys are on the top. Those guys are the OP cab guys, right? Yeah. It's a box of 3. Yeah. If you can, man. Don't even worry about it if not. Damn it! I thought I could get the second hit in on them. How does this fare? Nah, terrible. Got him.
What are you doing, Goose? Huh? People want to see the baby. People want to see the baby. Oh, the baby. Little Goose. Little Goose. He's a little goose. Oh, Goosey Goose. Goosey Goose. Oh!
$750 plasteel is magnifique. Certified acquired or certified killer for sure. Oh man. Come back. I mean, honestly, does the game need more content? Yes. Oh, you did, Rig. Where are you at, Rig? It snowed in La Cañada. My brother lives in Altadena, and he's gonna have snow any minute now, or at least tomorrow, if not today. All right, Rob. Thanks for jumping in, my dude. None of this changed, I believe. No, did not. Yeah, you know, I didn't play for a week. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy the whole time. I started to talk about this last stream, but I did not finish it. Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, you're in. So that, yeah, that's where I'm from, is Pasadena. But yeah, Monrovia is. Pretty much all the foothill cities are getting it way bad. Hogwarts for sure. Character doing a shock assign with his hand saying "cool." Yuri, thank you very much for the $2 donation, my dude. Thank you very much, my man. Anything for a doggy. Are you saying for the dog, like for an emoji? Make him doing a Shaka sign saying cool, like, oh. I have played the Dead Space remake. We played on the stream. Scrag, thank you very much for subbing up with your Prime membership, my man.
Praise the sub.
So what's the deal here, guys? Do we push this into purple? Do we push this one into purple? I think we made the decision that first target's not that bad. Which one do we do? Head takers are pretty good. No, the real dog? What do you mean, man? So Hogwarts Legacy. I'm gonna I understand that there is controversy over the subject matter. Let's remove the subject matter. It is literally, I fucking hate that term. It is one of the best open world games I've ever played, hands down. And it has to do with the streamlined approach to presenting all of the many collectibles. It rewards you for getting the collectibles in spurts. There is a really good tangible level of progression to the game where every point in the game you unlock some sort of new mechanic that isn't like, oh my god, if I had had this from the beginning, this would have changed everything. It adds just enough flavor to make you want to do some side quests in between main quest stuff. No, the battles are really fun. The battles are fucking hard too. Until you really kind of like learn the different colors of what shields break what. They're really goddamn good. Honestly, outside of the subject matter, because I understand again the issue with the subject matter, it is probably one of the best open world games I've ever played. It beats out Witcher because I'm talking purely from the actual presentation of the open world. Its side quests, its mechanics, and everything. The side quests for The Witcher are amazing. I'm not cheating those, but The Witcher almost overwhelms you with the amount of things you can do. Hogwarts Legacy is on a very good, solid ramp of presenting you with a lot of fun stuff to do without you constantly feeling like, Jesus Christ, dude, I got 9,000 things to do. Yeah, and you know what? I will say this too, Matthias, and I know what you're talking about. The unfortunate thing too about Hogwarts Legacy is that it is being... I think the game is faithful enough to this history. I think obviously they had to add things, but they don't contradict the books too much. No, I mean, Flying Around the Moon has been getting super fun, and now that I'm practiced, yeah, 100%. Yeah, you suck at everything when you start off. I think that... No, I'm talking about the open world presentation, Mad Mardigan, not the actual subject matter. Like, I would choose Witcher over Harry Potter any day. But I think that the fact that the presentation of all the mechanics and everything is overwhelming, and that's what I don't like. Witcher really. I will say this too. It really sucks that Hogwarts Legacy is being so boycotted by a community that looked at Harry Potter and Hogwarts as an extension of Harry Potter as an asylum while they were growing up, right? Like, you know, they felt ostracized, they felt isolated and alone, and they found a really cool community in the fanfic community, or just in the asylum of the books and the movies. And because of J.K. Rowling being just fucking crazy, you know, like, it doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with her stance, to double down on it and just to go really hard in the paint, and just, it's just like, man, you're digging such a fucking vicious hole for yourself. Like, the game uses nothing but gender-neutral pronouns. There's like 2 Anglo-Saxon characters that are predominant characters. Everyone else is a North African, an Indian character. Like, it's like every ethnicity under the sun is represented. The owner of 3 Brooms is trans. Like, it's just such a really cool representation of like, hey, these are all the people that actually got into and love Harry Potter. And it was just, for me, it was really cool. But that's my take on it. Why is it being boycotted? Also, I feel like it isn't being boycotted very well. Because of J.K. Rowling's stance on a lot of things. No, Matthias, I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, yeah, Nerd Herd, I believe so. I think honestly, the way it you should really look at Hogwarts Legacy is like, if you have a problem with J.K. Rowling, it's not really her thing anymore. You know, it's become so much more about the community. And from what I understand, she did not write the story for this. There's a big issue with the goblins and anti-Semitism in the game. I'm not maybe far enough to see it, but I don't really see that as far as like the blood whatever you pronounce it thing. Like I don't know, maybe that's what they're actually doing and I haven't gotten to it. But like honestly, it's awesome. It is really fucking good. It's a depiction of the hook-nosed banker stereotype. Yeah, it definitely is that stereotype. I get what you're saying, but I mean, like, it is not like what people were telling me before I started playing. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I gonna play, man? What am I getting into? And then I'm like, dude, this is fucking crazy. This is awesome. Yeah, and that's another thing too, is like, you know that the people that made that game, yeah, Shaz, there's another part to that conversation. I see what you're saying there. Well, let's not all go there, guys. I'm not saying like you're enjoying Hogwarts makes you a bigot. I'm saying that I think that the big thing with it is it's like you can tell that the people that made that game put a lot of tender love and care into all of like people for like a bunch of different things. And it's like you can tell that it's like, hey, the people that made this, they don't have that kind of that stance on stuff. John Noble, what do you mean having this conversation? You never been to one of my streams, bro? All right, have a good one, Ceresco. Good luck, brother. Well, Berserk, unfortunately, I have to listen to that noise because this is my job. I didn't cover it because I thought it was like, I'm like, man, is this like really like a huge fucking like thing right now? And I had no idea. I knew that she had done what she had said and had her stances on things. I didn't realize it was back up into like public review and discussion again. No, John Noble, I was praising the game and how much I fucking love it. I was talking about how more open world games need to pull from, like, if Starfield doesn't have the level of like streamlined mechanical approach to delivering open world mechanics and collectibles and how to track them and manage them, I'm going to be so disappointed. I'm now ruined for future open world games if they do not borrow from Hogwarts Legacy ability to kind of say, hey, here's how you get everything. I'm worried about Starfield. I don't know if Starfield's going to be good, but I think that Starfield, it's going to be riddled with bugs because it's a Bethesda product, but the fact that it keeps getting delayed is worrisome to me. Hogwarts got delayed and ended up being fucking good. J.K. Rowling, Smog, you and I talked about it, about if J.K. Rowling makes royalty checks or if she got paid a flat licensing deal. She did get paid a flat licensing deal. So buying the game does not empower her anymore. If you think that that's a thing, she's already gotten paid for it.
Thank you for the donation.
Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking monkey, Ben. Ho, bro. Like, dance, monkey, dance. I fucking hate Twitter. That's another thing too, man. Like, if Twitter was shut down, another thing would pop up. But fuck, man. Fuck Twitter. Okay, I think we push this to purple. See what happens.
Praise the Omnissiah.
I totally agree with you, John. I heard that too, John. Solsowski. Block efficiency's booty. Damage to infested's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Do we push this to orange? I need an opinion from the bros. What do we do, guys? Push to an orange or restart with a gray? What's the nah? Restart? Restart? One orange on that. Snuggles counts as infested, right? Yeah, the poxwalkers are infested.
Perform within parameters.
Put it to a vote? We'll put it to a vote. What should we start over? What to do with Thunderhammer? Start over. Push to orange. Go ahead. Answer on the poll. It's a 2-minute poll. Go ahead and do it. We'll get queued up with another mission here in the meantime. If you're watching over on YouTube, do jump on over to Twitch, though. Trying to get that 75 plus average viewer. We're doing very well with 102 viewers, but we need even more. In the meantime, let's spend money on the Thunderhammer.
Another loyal.
Ah! Ooh! Both terrible. I'll executive decision it. Yeah. Everything has a chance to be good. Yeah, if I'd had a good Thunderhammer on here that I could pull blessings from, it would be nice. Gotta break an egg with a gauntlet. The results say 8 of you say push to orange, 10 of you say start over. We'll need to get more anyway, so we're gonna have to jump into another mish. Barrows got some improvements in the patch notes, didn't it? You can take a look at that. You know what? Well, F10 and I'll do a quick play on 5. See what we get. I'm actually going to swap out to the Antax. Oh, fuck my dick hole. Hydrate I shall.
You're off to Sector Peripherus to crack an excise vault and get me a sample of the heretic's latest contagion. There's a barely
There are no new maps.
Then you can try for the vault itself.
One of us says, how's the item tier system work?
Samples out, then you can find your own exit.
We got a 360 something, Shaz. Start over. 53 of you vote for start over. 53% of you. Kindred the barrel. Damn it. Oof, 5 up.
Am I dreaming? Life returned.
You're not wrong, John. That's probably the ideal way to do it. I'm doing 5s because I'm streaming, and I think a lot of people like to watch 5s over 4s. I think 3 and 4 is probably the sweet spot of what most people do as far as the bell curve goes. Which one is that? There's a perk that makes the box open up. All my 380s I've gotten from the store. Do I think that Darktide is making the progress that it needs? Now it is. February, I think, has been a really good month for Darktide, but I would have liked February to have been what we saw in mid-December carrying into January. Press tab, Gerald. How do you guys feel? Oh! Do you guys feel that Darktide is in a better place now than it was the beginning of the month? Do you think they still need... I mean, obviously, we need more content. I think that is, without a doubt, a true statement. But do you think that the level of communication and the level of patches that we've gotten this month is indicative of what we should have had from the start? Or do you think it's still too little too late? Oh, daddy. Yeah, weapons definitely need more tuning. I would like to see more balance patches. Smaller balance patches that come out more frequently. Yeah, I think it'll bounce back, but like I said before, they didn't need to have the player dip that they've got right now. I just don't like that level of game development where your thought process is release a game and fix it in post. And I don't think that the devs thought that. And in fact, if you talk to a line, like just a back-end dev who's just on the line, just in there making the code, pumping out the game, he probably agrees with us, but cannot say so, you know? Like, he's got to side with the company. He can't sit there and go, I agree with you, but you know what, blah, 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 blah. I think that most devs probably wanted a different game that came out. But it sucks that upper management made calls that said, no, release as is. And it's frustrating, I think, for a lot of gamers to see this happen over and over and over and over, right? And not even just with Warhammer IPs, but primarily with Warhammer IP. Warhammer IPs have like a 20% follow through rate, it feels like. Like an 80-20 rule, right? Of like 80% are shit with a cool concept or cool idea. I'm sorry, 80%, yeah, 80% are shit and 20 are great with a cool concept and good idea. But even Total War Warhammer, which is a great game, it just floundered at launch. I think there's too much, I think in game development there's too much of a focus on release dates and releasing to hit those dates. I would like to see a culture shift in the gaming industry, be less about release dates and more about completion. Rather than saying, hey, game's coming out here. And I know a lot of people want games when they see games. I think Fallout 4 or New Vegas is a really good example of they worked on the project all the way to like 90% completion. They did a bunch of case studies on this. Worked on it to 90% completion. Released a trailer saying it's coming out on this date because they had the game pretty much done. They were just working through QA stuff. And they hit a really good marketing ramp and then capitalized on it with the release. The problem is we get these fucking teasers for games and then these trailers for games and this stuff falls through in the next 2-3 years of like trickled out content and then it just kind of flounders, you know. It never really falls, it always falls flat because it never like hits to its you know, I'm fine with them showing, hey, we're working on Elder Scrolls 6, it'll be done when we're done. I'm fine with that. If they just say, hey, that's our announcement that it's coming. I don't need constant updates. It's hard for live service games to release in the finished state though. You know, Rat Poison, that's true, but it's also hard for a live service game to release in a state that does not provide a live service. Like, this game has been out now for almost 4 months, right? End of November. And we're not even coming in any live service additions to the game. We're being delivered stuff that we said would come either with launch or shortly after. Unfortunately, Beef Panda, most games... there was a huge shift in software back in 2000, like the early 2010s, mid to early late 2010s, where everyone moved off of licensing and onto subscription models. And it was a huge upheaval point in the software world. Video games stuck with their kind of usual format. But now, live service games have shown that you can make so much money off of the same IP, the same format, without having to spend development dollars, work on CapEx, and you just pretty much have to work on OpEx. That's a way more manageable amount of money because it's not foreseeable. It is a not easy to forecast, but basically what I'm saying is, the 5-up is getting 5-uppy. Oh my god, do it! So you can say, hey, we have no idea what our CapEx is going to be. It's probably going to inflate over time. It's going to get wild. OpEx, you can say every year, well, it's probably going to cost this much to run the maintenance on the crew to keep this game running, and here's our developmental budget for yearly content added to the game. With a feasible rate, here's a conservative estimate, it's probably this much. And it just has to do with like the over-corporatization of the video game industry and hitting these kind of large budget, big budget, everything. Thanks, Call of Duty. Thanks, Bobby Kotick, you son of a bitch. It is a very high risk bet. I'm not saying it's a low risk, low investment, high reward.
You cannot cheat death, heretics!
I believe people get too bitchy about games that are not that perfect. Just compare the amount of money per hour spent on a game to a movie. No, I think by and large, hot button topic, because I am a streamer and I rely off of, and gamers are what I make my money off of, right? Like, your viewership is what matters to me. I think gamers nowadays are far too entitled, bitchy, and careberry, right? Like they want everything handed to them on a silver platter. Thanks, Reddit. And I think that's kind of annoying. I like challenges in games. That's why I play games like Dark Souls and Dark and Darker. I want to fucking feel terrible and slug through it. But how dare you? No, Drama Bear. I think this game will be amazing in a few years. I think it'll be amazing in a couple months. I think it's really good right now. I've got hundreds of hours into it. And that's the thing. I spent $40, $50? What is this game at full price? And I've got hundreds of hours into it. What Super Nintendo, what N64, what early PC game can you say you've had hundreds of hours in, aside from Diablo or Morrowind or stuff like that? Like, dude, that's fucking wild. We're at a really wild point in gaming where we're getting mad at developers after, like, there's just nothing to do. I've got 400 hours into it, there's nothing to do. Red Alert 2, man. Yeah, Scott, just comp stomping all day long. Oh my god. I mean, Vermintide 1 servers are still online, Drum and Bear, so I wouldn't really worry about that. That's too far in the future for me to worry. That's like saying I'm not going to buy Halo 2, they just shut the servers, they are going to shut the servers down eventually. Oof. I do play Hunt Showdown. I have 600 or 700 hours into that. I played with Indie Pride every weekend over pandemic. I know, Ryan Squirrel, but that's like saying you won't buy it to begin with because they might shut it down. Kind of like the talk that an addict uses when the same dose doesn't hit the same. I've been pontificating and ranting. I have not been able to read chat because I've been also focusing on the game. I just don't like lazy devs. No, I totally agree, and I'm not saying that the devs for this game are bad. I think that too many decisions in the gaming industry come down to poor management decisions and not poor game decisions. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Beef. But I think that the nomenclature of the word dev is applied to management, publisher, and individual developer unanimously. And that's the problem. Oh, that's right, Hunt Drops do start today. Are they any good? The last time they did drops, they're shit. Yeah, it's true. It's totally true, Rat. I mean, that's just what I mean, like over-corporatization of it. That's how capitalism works. Yeah, C-suite, the C-suite and everything is so detached from the day-to-day. That's what happens when you have a C-suite without a salary cap. Butane dangerous. I don't know if that is sarcasm or not. Yeah, they need to see a return on investment for shareholders rather than making sure their game is in the best state. Yeah, 100% BFX. Butane dangerous is like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh, okay. Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, please do jump on over from Twitch. Help fuel my rants by me getting my 75 average viewers so I can apply for Twitch partnership. You know what's so fucking cool and impressive? It's such a top-tier gamer. I knew that would happen. I knew I'm going to say what I'm going to say and just get fucked. Because then I'm doing this on a 5-up, like a Chad. Riggedy, you ain't wrong, brother. Oh, daddy. Yeah, the bolter in this game is so satisfying. This is the Godwin pattern, so it's one that's been adapted for humans. Toreador, thank you very much for following, my man. Hydrate? Will do. Oh, that's 15 minutes ago. Will Riley Arlick, though, if you watch the last bit of my last stream, I do not really... I don't know if I want to go there. Never mind. I feel like when people talk late stage capitalism, they get into the whole doom and gloom kind of sentiment that is very prevalent right now, and I don't get into that. I had a big chat about that at the end of my last stream, where I was like, pretty much saying that all the problems in the world right now are not your problems. All you need to worry about is you, yourself, your family, your loved ones, doing right by them. Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't know if that's where we were going or not. It wasn't you, Beef. Someone said we're like on the verge of nuclear war, and I was like, that's not how this works. And I had to educate them on globalization. I don't personally believe in the doom and gloom. I think you were right. Any industry with mega buck get involved, industry regresses. 100%, yeah. I mean, you just lose. It's a quantity thing, right? As soon as there's multiple manufacturers of any one product, quality starts to go down. That's just how it happens. I do wish it had been faster though, Riley. How dare you, Ember? You missed the fun rants. Yeah. Like, oh, I forgot to take Last Revenant. Oh, get away from me. Games Workshop. 7th edition, I actually personally like 7th edition a lot. But Games Workshop had to backpedal hard because they just all they did was worry about their Space Marine codexes, which bring them the most money. Business, totally a business decision, right? Oh shit. Oh no, 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 no. Oh fuck! Hey, great. I went from full health to just getting slam, fucked. God damn it! We were gonna win that. Amber giving out a sub to Riley. Thank you very much again, Amber. I wish I had had my what's it called? Antax. It would have been good. Would have been good. I would have been able to reset. Yeah, 8th edition, they published 2 Space Marine codexes and 10 sub-codexes supplements. There you go. It just was unfortunate. Come on, Mussat. What are we at right now? We got 90 some odd people on Twitch, and we have still about 20-30 people on YouTube. Guys, if you can make that jump on over, it would really help me out. Trying to get Twitch partnership, as this is my full-time job. Also, if you're on Twitch and you have a Prime sub you haven't used, use it on my fair self. Yeah, 9th edition too, man. Like, it was great we got some updates to some cool things, but we still didn't get all the goods. Space Marines are great. They're cool, but I don't... Can we get off the boring Primaris naming conventions? Decimators, Replicators, Depidators, Blah-blah-blah-biters, Masturbators. Anything that ends in OR. It's just the same thing as they did with the Age of Sigmar's things of just naming everything. Yeah, Stormcast, exactly. Stormcasts have always ends in Adamador, Depidator, the Liberators, the Judicators, the Justicators. Like, that is such a fucking stupid naming mechanic. But there's one thing I've learned about British companies is they play everything very safe by the book and on like some sort of schedule. Defecators. They play everything really. They don't take any real big risks. Everything is very much like, oh, but that's not the way we do things on the thing over here. The perfect company has like like the gym is probably one of the most successful UK companies right now due to Brexit and other issues. We're one of the few multinational UK. Yeah, 100%, Riley. That's the funny thing. That guy was a beast though. 6th edition or 8th edition Warhammer Fantasy was better than 6, Sean. Eighth edition was great. It streamlined all those rules. No, I don't think so, Ben. Yeah, all they need to do is take Space Marine 1 and make it better. I was saying that if they have the multiplayer of Space Marine 1, I will jerk off on stream. Switch to that anti. Clip it! Decorator. Exterior decorators. It was so good. It's still going. The multiplayer is still pumping out. It's still there, Butane. It had a big resurgence with this launch. We'll do a 5 down. A 5 down seems to be a little more reliable with randos, and it's, I think, better than a 4. It's like every time I open up Instagram, dude, it's always a fucking ad for a dildo or a vibrator, and it is like aggressive. Algorithm doesn't really hear that stuff. After a certain point, the algorithm stops listening. Hey, three zealots? This can only go well. Dodge rolling space wolf with a melt-a-gun. You can dress up as a Night Lords and fight alongside a Salamander during Horde mode. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah, auto win. Lantern Smite, what's up, man? If you're watching on YouTube, make that switch to Twitch. Make that switch to Twitch. I will tell you guys right now, it doesn't tell me my current average because oh, it does. That went up to 71. It shows me 42 average for today, but it's not because it hasn't updated. We are almost there, my dudes. Chaos Marine bike models. Didn't they release new ones recently? Fatty Lumpkin! Thank you very much for resubbing, dude. Everybody give a big shout out to Fatty Lumpkin. Just recently got a new job. He's a paragon on the channel. No 40k games you can play as regular Imperial Guard soldiers only with no Darktide and Dawn of War, which is action RTS. Yeah, I would like that. I would actually like that. Believe the rumors of the Lion returning for 10th. Yeah, but it's weird because the rumors were that the 10th edition starter box was going to be Blood Angels versus Tyranids. Sanguinor was going to be Sanguinius Reborn. We were going to get... Dante was going to cross to the Rubicon. New Sanguinary Guard as Primaris. That was... And some other things. That was the big rumor. And also a new Tyranid that is a Primarch level of power. But now it seems to have shifted to Dark Angels, and it's Lionel Johnson coming back. But now I've heard that Fulgrim Lion and the Wolf are coming back now. Like, that's another one. I think Valric just did a tinfoil hat on it. He's here. Look at him. There he is in chat. Guys, everyone, meant at Fatty Lumpkin. It's the I, and that is a 1. Everybody mention him and say congratulations for his new job. Magnus is already back. Magnus has been back. He's the first Primarch to come back. Rumors were just Space Marines versus Tyranids, and people assumed Blood Angels because God forbid the Tyranids fight anything else. Okay, okay. Riley's got me. Riley's got it. Riley's got it on point. Keep hammering me with it. There also been hints of Dante getting a new model, which apparently is still happening. Apparently that model's been done since 2018 or 2019, Riley. Ooh. Yeah, that's a big thing with Games Workshop. We see these things like, oh, new release. They know the next 2, 3, 4 years of the hobby because it takes a long time to make the molds and everything like that. So it's not a process that is just done. Dude, this game fucked my hand up. I mean, if there's a Primarch I want to see come back, it's the Lion. Would I like to see Sanguinius Sanguinor? Sure, but I don't need to see it. You know, like the Lion of all the Primarchs is like mysteriously alive. You know, like, oh, he's brought into the Rock from the day when he is needed. So it's like we know he's there, kind of like Reboot was too. Like he was just in stasis. We're like, but they say he's even healing in stasis. Dragon Ball Z. For what I've heard too, Lehman Russ is supposed to have come. The model of Lehman Russ is apparently done. And he kind of looks like Odin, like Old Man Odin. It's an alliance, so apparently not all his sons are to Dawn? What? You all did it with story hints. Ah, okay. Let's have finished the Chaos Marine faction. Yeah, right. We've got everything now, right? We've got non-Primarch Chad Abaddon. We have got Magnus. We've now got Angron, and we've got Plague Boy in the USA. I forgot to switch my fucking. I gotta set up my damn. We'll do that after this. Someone remind me to set up my battle thingy, my war gear slots. It was little years before everything so switched. What are we talking about, Einstein? How long Dark Souls the board game took with its models? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oops, I'm not a sharpshooter. Oh, Ferrus Manus. Oh! Yeah, Ferrus Manus is kind of a dickhead. I don't really like him very much. I think they deliberately kind of made him a character that you wanted to have die. Or at least you could understand why he died. Like, I think that's why they kind of took the angle they did with him.
Let it be so.
Noise Marines, Huron Blackheart, Chaos Bikers, and hopefully for the love of gods, a new vehicle upgrade screw. Well, I mean, Noise Marines, Noise Marines and Chaos Bikes together for Slanesh, I think would be really nice. Right? To then do Fulgrim with him alongside.
Close your mouths, pilgrims. Judgment has been delivered.
They're really tragic, Catalu. That's why I love, like, the first Heretic and The Betrayer. The two of my favorite fucking books. Not I, Battle Brother. Vet, thank you very much for following up. And Green Bamboozler. We're at 96 viewers right now, guys. If you are watching on YouTube, please do jump on over to Twitch. Also,
Do you seek a martyr's death, pilgrim?
also, guys, in the what's it called? Hey, Braggy, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate that, bro. We're streaming right now.
Praise the Emperor's beneficence.
If you guys look down below on Twitch, you can see a link to my socials. You can see a link to my Instagram, so you can follow that for my in real life stuff, which is pretty much me posting memes and lifting and roaming. You can find my Discord, so if you're trying to get some games to get going here, go ahead and join the Discord. We have coverage of pretty much everything I cover on the channel in that Discord. Or if you just want to find a really cool group of people, please jump on over to my Discord. I feel like maybe I should start pushing my Instagram more. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's one of those things I'm conflicted about because I like to have stuff that's for me. Korak's still in the war of hunting Lorgar, so focus that he becomes a shadow demon thing, and Lorgar's always got to look over his shoulder else he gets shanked in the back. I've heard that one, yeah, and I love that. I do love that. Channel name is Italian Spartacus. Where the name Italian Spartacus come from? It's not a cool Genesis. I got an invite to Gmail back when Gmail was invite only. It was super like cool and hush hush. Drippy gear review. What do you mean, Cad? My brother was like, "Yo, you better choose a good name for that, man. That's a serious invite. Don't waste it on one of your stupid." Yes, Waldo, I play both. One of your stupid instant messenger names. My AOL instant messenger name. The first one I think I used was Ezekiel567, and not a reference to the book of Ezekiel or to a skateboarding company. It was reference to the Dark Angel Ezekiel to Warhammer. And then I had Rebellious Plague that I would use all the time because I was edgy, or Demonic Seraph. Like those are my like instant messenger names. My real like, oh, I'm so edgy and cool. I'm a kid on the internet. That was like my big stuff when I was a kid. My brother was like, don't use those stupid names. So I was like, oh, let's do Italian Spartacus. Because Spartacus was a Thracian slave in the Roman Empire. And I am Italian, so hence the name Italian Spartacus. We were all so edgy, man. It's like, what was your Counter-Strike name? Nighthawk 44. Yeah, Darth Reaper XX. You know, like, we all went through it. If you, like, we kind of like, we look at like Gen Z right now. We're like, oh, they're so cringe. I'm like, yeah, man, but we were pretty cringe. It was just not as documented. That was XX God of War. Yeah, asking girl for an aim, dude, for sure. A little, like you, not very much at all. Well, now it's like asking girl for their Instagram or for their Snapchat. I mean, I usually ask girls for their Instagram. Dude, in AOL profiles, when you would download the extended profile thing and you would just have a bunch of like, oh my god, Samantha, the fire hydrant, remember? And it was just like a bunch of bullshit inside jokes. And you're like, the fuck, man? Nothing but weird shout outs, you know? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Gen Z was cringe in a different, or we were cringe in a different way than Gen Z. We didn't do any stupid dancing, but dude, the custom MySpace profiles with like Snoop Dogg gifs dancing. Thank you very much, Fratello. Appreciate it, bro. You can still speak in Italian to me. YTMND, dude. YTMND, the good old days. If you played World of Warcraft and YTMND, then you know what everyone in the days of YTMND and Something Awful and all that. You know what everyone named their hunter pet. You know, and I don't need to say it. E-Bombs World, E-Fucked. We talked about E-Fucked last episode too. Newgrounds. See, the internet was different back then, you know? It was pure. It was a pure expression of showing these things. You remember rolling through to someone's place? Like their house, like your friend's house, or going over to someone's dorm. When I was in college, we just had that final MK Ultra programming. Yeah, dude. Oh, no, I fucked up. Sorry, guys, I fucked that up. Thank you very much, Stregor, for subbing up with Prime, bro. But you'd sit there and you'd pop onto YouTube or E-Bombs or E-Fucked or whatever, and you'd rip through like, yo, here's like my 10 or 15 best funny videos. And that's what you guys would watch. And back then, you know, it wasn't like a 15-second video. It was maybe it was like a 10 or 15-minute like skit. One of my favorite ones is from the Harvard sailing team. It was which was Harvard's. It wasn't Harvard. It was an improv troupe called a Harvard sailing team, and they did a really funny skit where it was called "Boys Will Be Girls," and it was basically taking like the stereotypical girl conversation of like, "Do you guys want to eat?" Like, no, I shared a bagel with the trash earlier today, and I couldn't possibly do that. I couldn't possibly eat right now. Like, yeah, I inhaled a large gust of wind on the way over, and I'm full. But it was just like bros doing it. It was so funny. Like, I just want to talk about it. Every time we go out, Samantha always wants to use my fall coat. And it's fall, so it's not too cold, but it is chilly, and I want to use my fall coat. Oh, that is so insensitive. That is so disgusting. Like, am I being ridiculous for wanting my own fall coat during fall? Like, it was so fucking funny. I'm registered Hypercam 2, 009 sound system, Halo trick montage videos. Dude, yes. AMVs, anime AMVs. Oh my, dude. Jalapeno coming in with the OG deep feels. How many times did I watch an AMV with a Linkin Park video thing of Vegeta dying and what's his name going Super Saiyan? Goku. Guys, I'm sorry. I've just like eaten like 2 fucking large sacks of ammo like a shithead. My bad. Defining point of my life: Vegeta dying and Goku going Super Saiyan, or any, like the entirety of Gundam Wing. You know, like late night Toonami. 12 to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Krillin! No, I pressed wrong dodge button. 3 a.m. Inuyasha. Yep. Cowboy Bebop. What, dude? I definitely like watched Cowboy Bebop once, thinking I was gonna get some cool porn, because it was like, this is emulated for adult content, and it's like, are there tits? Space Ghost Coast to Coast was fucking hilarious. It was probably one of the funniest, like, you know, like, what's it called is funny? Family Guy. I actually can't watch Family Guy. Ugh, I did it again. Sorry, Braggy. I did it again, dude. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm spracked out on caffeine and I'm like a real shitlord. Like, Family Guy and all that is funny, but it was not Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was just so good. I only like Family Guy in vignettes. Like, I only like watching clips. No, he's a subscriber. Braggy's a subscriber, he said. So he knows I'm an idiot.
I felt I would die. Blood will be spilt. The Imperium is made whole again. Hogsbuster! By the good Emperor, Hogsbuster! Success!
They do it in an annoying way. Like, yeah, if you're gonna sell drugs, be cool about it, dude. I've always my old roommate in college, I used to always talk about this, like, dude, like, man, we have like these fancy college degrees, we've gone through all this stuff. We would be great at running a crime syndicate. I really think we need to go start doing things illegally. Like, this whole legal stuff and oh, go get a job 9 to 5 is fucking boring. All we need to do is sharpen up our street smarts, and we're good, man. We're good. We got the know-how. We got the connections up to this level, too. We could run a real good racket. And he's like, I think you're kind of right about that. he wanted to go to school for criminal justice to become a cop. Or a judge, eventually. There was also... the statute of limitations, I think, limits me from being arrested for talking about this. There was a big... So this is 2000 and... So this is sophomore year into junior year. So this is 2007 2008. And... There were not school shootings as much as bomb threats at that time. And there had recently been a bomb threat at a school, and I don't remember which one. It doesn't really matter. It just matters that there was recently a bomb threat. So our idea was to not like, oh, a bomb threat, let's do this. It just happened to be coincidental that it happened around the time that we were going to like do what we were doing, because we had gotten into dry ice bombs. We were like, dude, these are so fun. Like right at the end of the school year, my friend had like, hey, I got some dry ice. You ever put it in a water bottle with water? We're like, no, we never done that. And we did it. We're like, oh fuck, that was so cool. And we started to really like get into it. We thought it was really fun. So we thought it'd be fun to just get a bunch of dry ice. And I don't know why the idea was to set them off. Not like set them off around campus in the sense of like, oh, we'll rig them. It was like, let's we can't do them in our backyard. That'd be insane, because then if someone came to our house, they'd know we had dry ice bombs. So we were like, oh, let's make a bunch of them and go like just set them off to somewhere on campus that would just divert attention away from us. So that afternoon, I think it was like a Friday or a Saturday. I've told this story before, but it's one of my favorite stories. We called the Night of the Dry Ice. Last year, I thought it was for something. It had a notepad to take notes. So I was telling him to start up the various social media and stuff. Went for a while taking advice. They stopped and took notes early and quietly said, "Man, this is for drugs. I can't start an LLC for that." Let's pin those bitches down. So we go to the grocery store. You can buy dry ice bombs. Not bombs. Pre-made bombs. They're in the alcohol section. Yeah, man. Good to see you here too, dude. We bought, I think, a block of... They're like, do you want 5 or 10 pounds of dry ice? And we're like, we had never bought the dry ice. Our friend had just had it, so we were using theirs. So this is our first time buying, like, a bunch. So we bought, like, 10 pounds or some shit. Something absurd. And we used cash, because in our heads... We were really into... at that point, I was looking at joining the military after college and becoming a... I wanted to go become a officer. Go be an officer, and then go become a field surgeon and become a ranger. That was my, like, that was a trajectory I had in my mind. And he wanted to go... He wanted to go into special forces, but he couldn't because of his eyes. He had, but no, an officer, not a gentleman, never a gentleman. Let it be known, I am a gentleman, but not a gentleman. Yeah, you know. Well, my goal was, I wanted something that I could use after being in the military, and to become a field surgeon. It's like a 6-year, 4-year process, and then you have a limit. You have a set number of years you have to commit to after that. But I figured after that I could become a general physician, whatever the hell I wanted, and it had like longevity to it. That was my mentality. And he wanted to do special forces, but he had bad color blindness, so he couldn't do shit. And he couldn't even join the Coast Guard. And so he was like, okay, I'll go into law enforcement. So we were both like, not tactical, but we really consumed a lot of that stuff. We consumed a lot of like, what are the Navy SEALs training regiment? What is this? What is that? What do spies do? Things like that. We were just really into that kind of stuff. So again, we bought the dry ice using cash, thinking this won't be tracked. Because we were like, we don't want to. We didn't know if buying dry ice puts you on any kind of list. We were like, dude, yeah. Let's buy it with cash. And we go in the bathroom, and we put the dry ice into the bathtub, and we have a number of water bottles. Because I drank from water jugs at that time. Arrow had water jugs. I would think he had random like soda water bottles, all sorts of stuff. And we had them lined up. We emptied them out and stuff like this. And we're sitting there. I've got a hammer and we've wrapped the dry ice in a towel, and I'm basically smashing it with a hammer to break off chunks. Well, in our early testings, we've found out that dry ice bombs are way more impactful if you combine powder, dry ice powder, with chunks. So we were smashing some of it all the way down to powder and some of it into chunks, and we were dispersing it across all of these water bottles. And we had like a single large 1 liter Arrowhead jug, and we had a bunch of you know, the pint or 12 ounce or whatever the hell soda bottles. So we put all of them together. We put all in. We didn't want to seal the caps because we didn't want it to start to melt and try to do its thing. And we then... There you go. Y2K, if that's boring you, you are now blocked. And then we spent a lot of time doing... putting the caps on, but putting a little bit of tape on. We didn't want to seal them, but we didn't want them to spill. So this way they wouldn't expand and explode in our backpacks. And then one backpack had 2 liters of water that we would use to then mix all this stuff. There was 3 of us, my roommates and me. We took our backpacks, again, remember tacticals, Tactibros, and we wrapped all of the buckles, everything in tape so that you couldn't, they wouldn't make sound if you were walking, because we felt like that was a necessity. And we dressed in all black, for the exception of my other roommate who dressed in camouflage. Camouflage, like green camo, for no reason. In the middle, in the middle of like a school. Like that's not going to send up many red flags. So I think we had something like 8 of these things made. And we went to one building, pour the water in, shake it, we throw it, and we're like, and we're like Scooby-Dooing it, you know, like 1, 2, 3, like looking around a corner because we were like, we got to be out of range. So we're watching this thing, and it doesn't blow up. Well, let's give it a little bit longer. Let's give it a little bit longer. It still doesn't blow up. Okay, we're like, oh fuck. Maybe we didn't put enough water in. Well, we didn't want to grab it, right? We're like, well, we don't want to go grab it. That's when it blows up. So we move on to the next one. We're like, okay, let's add more water to this one. So my roommate, his name's Sparby, by the way. His last name is Sparby. Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, jump on over to Twitch. He pours more water into it. He shakes it because you're supposed to shake them. Shakes it and goes, oh yeah, I can feel this one's really gonna, and throws, and it blows up like 3 inches from his hand. There's not enough kinetic force in any of these things to really maim you, or hurt you for that matter, but blowing it up in your hand probably not gonna feel too great. And he's like, oh, we're like, oh shit, and the 3 of us scatter in 3 separate directions. We're like, oh my god, we run away. And we're like, oh my god, and we like corral together and run. Finally in one direction, and we see campus security. Oh, I forgot about that little bit of detail. We had also bought airsoft guns. Not that we were using them in this, but we had bought airsoft guns because we wanted to play with them in the theater building on campus because it was huge and big and open, and we could just say, and it was under construction. So it was like perfect. We'll play at night with the 3 of us with these airsoft guns, and we'll just kind of use like the theater building almost as like a terrorist hunt building. Fuck. So we called campus security CampSec. Remember, tactical, and we had in our room we had a map of the school that we mapped out where they would go. We used walkie-talkies to do it one night. We mapped out where they would go, where they would take their stops, and it was pretty much every hour they would go on a round and they would stop at one location. If they weren't at their like home base. Dude, 100%. It really did. Like in retrospect, like this is a terrifying story. So we knew where campus security was at all times for the most part. We knew where we were at that point. You guys were throwing up a lot of red flag. Yeah, 100%, right? Like, but we were thinking we just don't want to get caught with airsoft guns because there was an ordinance that it was either a felony or a misdemeanor, I can't remember, in the county to even own them. So we just did not bother with it. We were like, no, we don't want that shit. It's not like that anymore. So we like, oh shit, campus security, and we run into the theater building, and campus security's not running after us. They're just kind of like, well, what's going on over there? Why those 3 kids with backpacks running into that building over there? Let's go follow. Let's go investigate. And I knew campus security because I worked on campus all throughout the summer, and I would have to work with them a lot. So they knew who I was. So if they had seen me, they wouldn't have been suspect. They would have been like, oh, hey Ryan, okay, yeah, we'll just make sure you lock up when you're done. That's what they would have done. But in our heads, we're like, we're perps on the run. We got to flee. So we run into the oh yeah, I had a skeleton key to the whole campus too, so I could go anywhere I wanted. We go into the what's it called? And the theater building. And the guy's just walking after us. He's not chasing us. We're like, fuck. And we run through the building out to the outside. And we're like, oh my god, man, this is stupid. We gotta go. We gotta go back to the dorm. This was dumb. And everyone's like, I've been doing this for a long time, Riley. It kind of just comes with the territory. Well, we'll pull that off at least. We gotta get back to the dorm. Like, yeah, I think that's and my roommate pauses and looks, and he can see up towards the front office building, basically. He goes, we gotta go right now. 3 cop cars just pulled into campus. Because they probably heard the first explosion, which was loud. Those things are not quiet. And we're like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. So I and Sparby ditch our backpacks because those have the dry ice in them. So we're like, oh, man, we got to get rid of these right now. And the other roommate has water. So we're like, you're fine. Just keep your water. But you're wearing camo pants. So you're more incriminating than us who have the dry ice. So how much we got? 14. Okay, so let's go try to pull another Thunderhammer. So we split up. That's the thing. I was like, let's split up and let's meet back at the dorm. And my other roommate and I, TJ and I, TJ's in the MCU, by the way. He's an actor. We split up in 3 separate locations. And TJ and I are walking on the opposite ends of a football field that then converge at one point. And we're talking over the phone and we're like, oh, okay, man, yeah. We're good. This is fine. Like, I call him, like, yeah, I don't see anything. I think we're totally good. And we look over and you can see 3 cop cars go into the north side of campus and then 5 cop cars come into the south side of campus where we were. And we were both like, oh, fuck. So we run into one of the other dorm buildings. Damn, low penetration. And we're like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And we eventually make it to our dorm and we get rid of the dry ice. But in our brains, we're like, they're on to us. Another thing, I installed all the cameras on campus. I knew where they all were, and I knew the resolution, so I knew where to go at all times. It feels like a real bad inside job, right? So we get back to the dorm and we're like, oh man, that was rough. We gotta get rid of these. And so we just take them, we go over to the trash can, we dump the dry ice into the trash can and just throw away the bottles. So it's like, okay, they can't peg that to us. Sparby, on the other hand, has a much worse time getting back to us. He is trying to get back, and he stops behind like a shrub, like knee-height shrub. And then a cop car pulls up on the other side of that shrub and is just positioned there.
Allow me to
And remember, we're watching all these things like, how does the sniper hunt its prey? So he's not stationary like this because he's like, oh, that creates a silhouette. He's like this. He's trying to make a dynamic silhouette by like being like behind the shrub. He's a 6'4" Nordic barbarian. He has red hair, a red beard, blue eyes. He's a massive man. He played rugby. He's not small. So he's like scarecrowed out behind this shrub, and he's freaking out because if he gets caught with this stuff, he cannot be a cop. It is not happening for him. And he has one of those like moments of just pure panic where he's like, my life is over. I'm going to get caught right now. I'm going to go to fucking jail. Everything's going to be fucking terrible. I'm going to fucking explain this to my parents. What the fuck's going to happen to me? You know, one of those moments. And the cop gets out of his car. And then it gets like, you don't know my pap, you know, papa, we got a 714 and 714, papa. And like, the cop gets back into his car and drives off. And he's like, I almost shit my pants. I was so scared. I was sweating through everything. So he goes back behind another set of dorms, which were under construction. And he sees an under construction, which would then lead to our dorm. And our dorm was right there. And all that was separating him from that dorm was a chain link fence. Just so happened, because it was under construction, there was a bunch of boxes that were stacked up in like a platformer way of like this, right? Like in steps. He went to go jump on the boxes, and each one was falling out below him as he was making this leap. He leaps over the chain link fence, falls into a cactus, and is like, fuck. He gets about back to the dorm, calls me and says, hey, I have to go take care of that other one. The one that didn't blow up. And I'm like, oh fuck, okay, man, good luck. We're in the dorm. We're not gonna leave the dorm. Like we can't do this. He goes to where the other one that did not blow up was, picks it up, still hadn't blown up. He's like, oh, thank God. Goes and drops it into a dumpster. As soon as it hits the dumpster ground, it explodes. And he's like, oh, fuck. So he picks it up, goes to campus security and goes, hey, I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and I heard this like explosion and I saw this thing on the ground. I just wanted to turn it in. That security guard's name was Jamal Khan. He was this like buff, fucking huge buff, like Indian, not like racist Native American. He was Indian. He was like, let me see it. And he took it from him and he smelled it. He was like, thank you. He was so cryptic. Anytime he talked to me, or he was just like very straight faced and cryptic and enigmatic, I'm like, oh God, this guy's gonna kill me. But he made it back and he was like, yeah, man, how about we never do that again? I'm like, yeah, man, maybe that. And now hearing the way things are now, there was a point when I would say this type of, I would tell this type of story when it was like 2014, 15, 16. It wouldn't be as like, yeah, man, that's kind of crazy. Now when I tell it, I'm like, yo, dude, that's like school shooter vibes, you know? Like, holy shit. Like, that's crazy crap. Like, we were just like dumb kids doing dumb shit. When I hear the term boys will be boys, that's what I think of. Just dumb fucks, or like drinking mustard. Yeah, I mean, it's not like that now, right? Like, it's dumb, man. Like, that was really dumb. That could have gone so bad. Moral of the story: shake your dry ice longer. You guys ever did that? Come on, we all did that, right? We all did that, right? We all had that point where we would make, like, we called them potions when I was really young. We try to do take my sub and cup of mustard elsewhere. Don't do it. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please jump on over to Twitch if you want stupid shit like this. I mean, we can push it to purple. I think we should push this to orange to at least C. Because we're not getting good results with our grays coming out. Yeah, I mean, definitely people ruined it, you know what I mean? Stop. I was gonna say. Yeah, both just terrible. You know what's funny is, Sean, I've wanted to get back into airsoft and like do like competitions and stuff. Well, that's a fucking bust. I mean, I could swap. It's not worth swapping Slaughter off of this one, in my opinion. In fact, if anything, I think this is better off pushing to orange. Like, Headtaker and Slaughter is not bad, but I'd rather swap on Momentum or Slaughter, one or the other.
Until you waste my time again.
Ninjutsu, we watch all these how to be a ninja videos, how to make smoke bombs, how to dress in legit ninja grab. People working out and learn parkour eventually started taking school security on goose chases. Yeah, defense is definitely defense is not worth it on this weapon for sure. Fermenting Pepsi? Chris, what does fermenting Pepsi do? Guys, I gotta pee real bad. Defense is just sprint cost, push cost, dodge. What's that? That's interesting. Why are those little things there? No, momentum. Just momentum, last knife. It gives you toughness for hitting multiple enemies. Give me 1 sec, I gotta pee real quick.
What? What?
Another loyal.
Literally putting yeast in Pepsi to make it alcoholic? God damn. What are you doing? Yeah, I do want to jump into some flamer action today too. Let's take a look at my flamers, and you guys can help me out with that too. Actually, I think the only flamer worth it is the flamer one you want is... I mean, Overpressure's not bad, but the new Blaze Away is really good. I can't get a fucking flamer to spawn to save my goddamn soul. Out in Missouri, blowing stuff up is a normal thing here. It's his favorite pastime.
If you must, I suppose. Emperor protect.
Oh, thanks, Riley. Oop. Done.
You bear holy weapons. Wield them in the Omnissiah's cause. A new marvel is
Feeties, yes, precious. Yeah, what do you guys think about these flamers here? This was my go-to one. Good burn, great damage, good cloud radius. Ammo's good. I do have this one. No, what? I just pushed one to 3.7. I just pushed this one up to blue, but it got quick flame. Quick flame's terrible. Damage to unyielding is all right. It overpressures up to 2% power scaling with remaining ammunition, stacks 5 times. So it's a 10% power buff with towards near nothing ammunition. It's not that great. There's not a lot of good ones though. Blaze Away is really good. I mean, there's Showstopper here I could use, but that's so rough too. Perfect. Yeah. Exploding, I don't know. I've never really used it on. Let me see how it works. I don't know how it explodes the elites. You have high pressure with full tank. What last knife? I don't get it.
Let's see what I can make of you.
What are you doing? Puppy? Puppy? What are you doing, bud?
These are elites. Or is this a specialist? Specialist is on the map or elite is on the map? I mean, this is... I mean, that's okay. It might be nice and dense. Yeah. 15% on kill, I think it said. Let me see how this stacks up too. This is my current one, which is really good. Cloud radius, and the cloud radius is low though, unfortunately. What's the cloud radius in this guy? Cloud radius is not that much of an increase. That goes up pretty high, actually. It's not bad. Blaze Away is pretty damn good. Yeah, I think that Flamber's the one I've had the hardest time finding. Let's just jump into another game. Should I keep my overpressure? My overpressure one seems to be the best. What other sorts of blessing can flamers get? Let's take a look. Darktide weapon blessings. Flamers. Oh, Fan the Flames is really good. I like Fan the Flames a lot. Replenish 10% toughness over time during... I mean, that's okay. Quick Flame sucks. Showstopper is alright. But I think Fan the Flames and Blaze Away are really good. Up to 10% power based on how long you keep shooting stacks 5 times, so 50% power bonus, and this gives you a 30 to 60% stagger resistance on burning enemies. Overpressure's okay, I just don't think it's really good. I think every single weapon's got 3 good ones, with the third one always being like a tertiary, like if you get one or the other, like the ideal is the top 2, but if you get one or the other, these will do. Oh, CAD, that sounds awesome.
Your word is my law.
Yeah, but you have to finish off the tank to get it, and that kind of blows. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Nothing good here. Brunt's Armory. It's okay, it's just not that great. Yeah, it's too expensive. Yeah, you're right. Upgrading is no longer... Orange is no longer like the heavy investment it once was. Let's get to another 5 down. I'm digging these 5 downs, to be honest. It's just kind of it's kind of nice, low impact fun.
A supply stockpile has been identified at Manufactorum HL1736. It is in heretic hands. Our resource levels are reaching critical status. This stockpile could tip the balance. Infiltrate the Manufactorum, secure consignment yard Sigma 57 and await reinforcement.
God damn it. There we go. Pop up, stop. Lick between fucking toes. I have not had the... I'm lucky I've not had a crash this stream, but I don't get it crashing all the time, Ginger. Okay, I can't... Oh, that's right. It's spacebar now. Or not spacebar for me. Guys, we're at 84 viewers. We need more on Twitch. Jump on over. Jump on over. Really? I think 40 on that. Oh! Oh, I thought I was far enough away. Yeah, it could be my field of view. I have it set to max, I think.
What hell damn sound is that?
Maybe we'll get a hotfix for it. The game's had a memory leak since it fucking came out, though, unfortunately. Oh, look at all that diamond time we can't grab. The small gout is a higher suppression knock, so it'll actually, like, stagger things. So if you have, especially if you have overpressure, it works really well. Or staggering flames or whatever it is, it'll work really well with that. Look at all these increased drops, baby. See how it just knocks him over?
Faith is the strongest weapon. You should try it.
It's funny because it's like... Because things feel... Like all these weapons I had where I was like, yeah, I guess I don't need another flamer, this will do. Now it's like, yeah, unless I get the complete, like, optimized min-max one, it's not worth it type thing. Because it's now we can actually build like that, which is really cool, you know? Ooh, battery. Well, that's dead. Demon Rust tank gameplay mission. That'd be actually really cool, Ben. It would be ridiculous, but it'd be really cool.
Descend to the production nexus as soon as possible.
Oh, I fuck. That was weird. I just like zoned out really hard right there. You think that's zero peach? Last, it's not really worth it. The Zealot is so strong and can recover its health and heal all the way to max that it's not really worth it to run a 0 HP build. You can just be the Chad of Chads without it. I'll show you what happens. Since I have Holy Revenant now and I'm using my Antax, Holy Revenant counts for overkill, so if I keep hitting things that are already dead, it goes towards my healing, and I get triple the amount of healing if I attack with a melee weapon. So this weapon, I'll be able to heal to full without any problem. I also don't like redline builds. I think they're really kind of... It's just not a fun way to play the game, in my opinion. Yeah, Diamantine. There should be a way to convert Diamantine to Plasteel or Plasteel Diamantine. I'd love that. See, this isn't like a perfect rolled Antax, but it's a brutal momentum, and that's how good it is. I think it's only got 53% damage roll. Oh, sleepy puppy.
Credits to your regiment.
Even the Emperor needs a bit of help from this guy.
You have somehow succeeded in solving the issue.
Save a wounded Space Marine? Oh man, that wounded Space Marine is like just as good as the whole entire squad. It'd be cool if you had to recover a Space Marine that was in, what's the name of the state that they go in when they go into like the half sleep, like the deep sleep? It's basically like a self-induced coma. That their body is like, alright, we've reached like a critical mass of like, of wound. It's time to go into our little coma. Is it torpor? That's the name of it? Not stasis. Their body goes like, oh, I'm going, I'm happening. And they just, they put themselves, they lower all their vitals so they can actually be like recovered on like a spacecraft. Yes. Susan, thank you. Susan node or whatever it is.
We shall put it to use.
This is going to snipe your games. Who's Girth? Come on in, strong strength. Oh! Guys, we've got 80 viewers we have dropped in our viewers if you are watching on. This is Damnation Get Cooed, as you can see. We've played nothing but Damnation all day today. The dev frame? No. Let's take a look, see if I did after this. I saw a Reddit post about that, but I don't remember. I didn't log in and see like a poof, you've unlocked this. There's that link. If you're on YouTube, jump on over to Twitch. Make the switch to Twitch. Don't do it on the steps. It's alright, Game and Ginger, that's fine. Citrine Scout would be kind of cool. Oh! Oh. Remember, always light attack your mutants. Burster airlines. Man boob exercise diets? Like, do you want bigger chest, or are you saying you have gyno and you want help? Cable, chest, and big saggy man boobs. Well, you need to make your diet better, brother. The only thing that helps gyno is working out. Chest cable flies, though. I recommend those a lot. Incline dumbbell press too. You need to push yourself. You need to find a weight that is truly hard. You need to do, basically, when someone says, okay, do 3 sets of 10, don't sit there and go, okay, I'm going to grab a weight and start doing my sets of 10. That weight starts. You pick up a weight, you do it for 6 to 8, and you tell yourself, man, okay, That was pretty easy, or that was pretty light. That was pretty heavy. And if you sit there and you do 8 of them, then you need to go up and wait. 8 of them, and it was hard. Then go up and wait and do 10, and you should struggle through it. That'll do that. That'll do it for you. Struggle through it feasibly. Like, don't sacrifice form. What I tell anyone I coach is, whenever you lift something, you have a bunch of layers of insulation before injury. You have the injury, then you've got your strength, then you have got your form. Well, I guess you could add another layer there and say failure is in between injury and strength. Your strength will almost always carry you to the end goal. But if you're solely relying on your strength and you've got no form, the insulation between injury and non-injury is so slim. So if you have really good form, which means you're stacking your body properly on its levers, you're using other parts of your body to do things. Like if you're doing a deadlift, it's not a leg exercise. It is a back, leg, posterior chain exercise. Your lats should be engaged to engage your entire posterior chain. If you don't do that, well then you're just putting all the shearage on your lower back and you're trying to use your hamstrings to do everything, and you will just fuck yourself up over time. If your form is really good and you go to really push it heavy and you go really hard, well, your form might start to buckle, but the remaining form and your strength are going to carry you through without an injury. If your form sucks and it was never good to begin with, as soon as your strength gives way, you're just injured. It's just that's how it is. And form also forces your body to work out a muscle group or whatever it is in a more focused fashion. So, like let's say you're doing rows. Form with lower weights first. Yeah, rather that's ideal, 100%. Let's say you're doing just like rows, right? Like you get a barbell on the ground, you're just pulling up to your chest. Well, if you're rounding over and you're doing that all day, okay, well, it's just a matter of time before you slip a disc. And you can go really heavy, sure, because you're recruiting more muscles than the muscle you're trying to particularly work. If you are going lighter and it's more taxing on you because you're using the proper form, it's because you are particularly focusing on the specific muscles you would want to use for that lift. Oh. Reset, come on. It took me a second to process what was going on. I didn't reset the full, unfortunately. Let it go. We're going to let that go slow and do heavy breathing. Yeah, breathe in and out with the cadence of the lift. And you can get away going way lighter if you breathe in and out and you don't stop the movement, and the movement is not jerky. The movement is a fluid, complete movement. Like, rather than going like this, you're going like that. Like, very fluid. You're not letting the muscle off the hook by stopping at the bottom of the top. Stopping at the bottom of the top because you're jerking it. Does that help? Thanks for the high school gym class, Grandpa. It's kind of one thing I just really hate right now about like fitness in general. It's so saturated with people that are fucking shitlords. Like, if you're not doing these 3 exercises, then you're not doing it right. Like, yo, you're 22, Brad. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, you have got no reps in the game. Like, anyone who goes like, well, you know, ESSM major, and, you know, I'm working in physical therapy school, so you should probably listen to me. Like, no, dude, you're going to eat my ass. I'm not going to be listening to you. I'm not going to be listening to you at all. The only reason I know what I know is because I have fucked up plenty of times. I've injured myself plenty of times. And I have learned from people that have been in the sport, because Olympic weightlifting is a sport, for longer than me. If someone comes out of physical therapy school and is like, yeah, trust me, I know everything and how to do it, you don't know shit. You know what's in a book, which is important because you now know how the muscles work together. but understanding how every single person's body is different and how to properly apply a lot of those lessons is a really, really important thing that we just kind of get horny for certifications for some reason. Those certifications don't mean anything if the application isn't proper. The guy that is the oldest and not necessarily the strongest in like a shitty gym, if you're afraid of getting tetanus in the gym, you are gonna get real strong and learn a lot of cool stuff. If you go into the gym and there's a sauna and it's clean, you're not gonna learn a lot. You might get pretty, but you're not gonna learn a lot. I learned all of the big, like my big strength movements from working out at a gym called the Training Hall. And this is before Martins Licis became World's Strongest Man. With all the people that trained him. And dude, those guys were just big motherfuckers. A couple of them had their Strongman Pro cards, but for the most part, they were just big dudes. And they just wanted to impart their knowledge because they didn't look at what they did as a business. They looked at it as a community and a camaraderie. And they wanted you to get better and bigger because it kind of made them happy because it was like, cool, yeah, you're in it with us. The people that are kind of like trying to make fitness, oh shit, they're trying to make a bunch of money off of fitness. They don't really know what they're talking about all the time. Like outside of stuff like, yeah, hey, I am a scientist and I am making a supplement, you know, like those people, yeah, but I mean like, yeah, you know, you just gotta listen to me, trust me, I have all these certifications and I'm a good person. No. Some of the people I learned some of the best strength lessons for were convicts. Like, dude, the motherfuckers were strong. And I have not paid for a single coaching lesson or anything like that. The person who's trying to charge you more often than not, unless it's a physical therapy. Physical therapy I've never learned that from the layman. I learned that from all my physical therapy stuff. I learned from physical therapists, chiropractors, and other stuff like that I've gone to. I've already talked about chiropractic and how some guy who goes, yeah, your spine is totally out of alignment. You just need to come in 4 days a week for 9 weeks, and we'll just slowly put it back in place. That's not a guy. That's not a guy. You don't listen to that guy. My chiropractor is a physical therapist, and he does adjustments on me for specific body parts that are like, hey, yeah, I can tell your third rib is raised. Let's do some Graston on your pec minoris. We're going to work on your scapula a little bit, and your scalene muscles are pretty tight. Well, let's put your third rib is out of place, so let's pop that in place real quick. Like, to understand that the practice of realizing that bones attach to muscle and they can push each other out of place, that is when it's like important. Or learning how to like, oh, hey, you know what? When I squat, I always feel a pinching in my QL, my quadratus lumborum. That might be because of a weak glute med. That's what you're going to find from a PT. Like, those guys are going to help you. But yeah, man, like, I've never paid for a single strength lesson, period.
A steadfast support.
This is a really good guy to work out for him per Ryan. What did I send you? What is this? Frank the CrossFit instructor. It's perfectly, it's totally true. Everyone, go look at M. Cyrus J's link. M. Cyrus J is my friend in the real world. His name is Matt. He used to be my roommate. He is not Sparby, the roommate that I did dry ice bombs with. Everyone got the buff off some point. I had to go through being the beginning process. Hard work recognizes hard work. Dude, yeah, 100%. Like, I used to do like men's fitness workouts. I did a Wolverine workout, which was my beginning to learning what progressive overload was. If you want to learn how to if you want to get really big and strong, do a 5x5 program. Just look up 5x5 program. All you're going to do is squat, deadlift, press, and bench. That's all you do. 5 sets of 5 of each one with an A day and a B day. You'll do a 3-day split. You get huge. And you'll learn real fast how to like gauge your strength and keep stuff in the bank and stuff like that. How's this bolter? Let me see this bolter. Glory Hunter. I shall not take it. Huge. Matt, you've missed so many fun conversations today. I don't know how long you've been here. Dude, one of the guys who taught me all my shit was a Russian master of sport. And that's a similar to us to being a doctorate. And he fucking, dude, he was machine. That's where I learned a lot of my, like, little Russian things I can say. And he was like, yeah, you learn movements. And like he's like, okay, you choose either Olympic lifting, bodybuilding, or like strongman / powerlifting. And he's like, once you go through the initial portions of it, you decide like which discipline you want to follow, and then they give you steroids. He's like, here's the state provided steroids, have at it. And I was like, Victor, do I need to take steroids? Should I start taking steroids now? He's like, no, you still have much in tank. The tank is full. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm kind of butthurt about that fucking shit Thunderhammer. Those are bitches. I feel like I just gotta break it down because it makes me so mad. We're working on a nice flamer though, so maybe we do that. Need that mustache to swim better. We could probably squeeze in one more before we end for the day. Matt. But actually good. Hearing Ryan stream video games will also coach people on editing is just quintessential Ryan. I don't mean for it to be, but it is that way. I mean, you should have seen last episode. We were talking about thermonuclear war and the end of the world. I find that's pretty much a reoccurring undercurrent in the streams, right? It's like, I'm going to talk about some wild shit. Maybe even reference my butthole or my feet. And then we're going to talk about some philosophical shit. Oof. Well, la-dee-da. Alright, okay. We press lock on 372. You know, we go press this one. 372 gray. Let's see if we can burn this right into the ground. Peaches.
I can improve your armaments if motivated. All right. Slap my ass. All right, first perk going. Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad. I would prefer infested, but a lot of things are unyielding. Ogrins being one of them. Bosses being another one. Monstrosities being another one.
Okay, it's not terrible until we get it to orange. Yes, Raiders are unyielding as well. Oh no, they're Maniac. They're Maniac, depending on which one they are. Oh, nah, it just became shit. Now it became shit. Because I'd rather roll off the unyielding. And Showstopper, dude, come on. Well, we can still do this. We can still push it and try and hope for Blaze Away, which will come out at a higher rank. So if we get Blaze Away at a higher rank, it will be overall worth it. Because then we put that on... We rip off... I type... I mean, Showstopper we could keep. There's nothing wrong with Showstopper. I think probably I'd want Overpressure rather than Showstopper, but... Let's go get some more goodies. Let's do a 4. Let's do a 4 so we can push through it quickly. We don't need much. What are our 5s on the board? A 5 down, though. There's 2 5 downs on the board. 5 down or a 4? There's a 4 down too, though. 5 down or a 4? What are you guys thinking? What do you want me to do with that stinky poo-poo? Maybe there's 5 down because I get the money. 5 down it is. What is the preferred bolt gun for Preacher? What do you mean ever? I did not get that special cool cosmetic. Do I want to stick with the flamer or the axe? I guess so. I kind of want, you know what I want to do? I want to be wild. I want to be a wild man. Fetch my Chainaxe. This is such a good Chainaxe. It's too bad it's got fucking rev it up. Oh, the same one you would for a, what's it called? A sharpshooter. The rending one. Of course, Average. My pleasure, bro. Oh, okay. All right. Chill. 6.
There's always pressure on our special ammo reserves. You're going to alleviate it.
Is it called Shattering Impact? I don't remember the name of it. Whatever one it applies rending on hit.
Once you're inside, you can grab the crates and prep them for extraction. Shouldn't be hard.
All right, Ember, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Thank you for handing out some of those community sub gifts. You fucking badass queen. My Chainaxe is the high slaughter stacks to begin cleaving even stalkers and shooters and taking. One of my Chainaxe is a high slaughterer. Slaughterer or head taker?
Into the shadows with the rest of the bird.
Oddly, Missodi didn't fancy flying into the longest stratum sky.
Extra damage on kills. Is it head taker? Or is it just straight up slaughter? Is that what oh yeah, slaughter. Yeah. I love slaughterer.
I've a bad feeling about this.
I don't remember what this one has. What is the blessing on this one? I've looked at so many goddamn blessings today.
Die for your trespass. Drag shotgun at you. Focus fire.
But you see where light attacks use the actual rev on it, which is really cool. This has a wonkapotamus camera, that's the problem. Oh. Did we not complete the rest of the contracts? That is shocking. Man, that purifier, like the supposed purifier, the zealot that uses like fire attacks is so cool, like a fire grenade. And it helps with curse resistance. We're at 90 viewers right now, my bros. Not too many of you watching on YouTube, but if you are watching on YouTube, do jump on over to my Switch. Twitch. Oh, hi there. Yes, it does all three of those. To varying degrees. Damage being the most, I think. Ah. Snurpussy, or Snurglessy. Party in the front. Party in the USA. One of the best songs ever made. Thank you, The Point. Appreciate that, man. Snurgle plus slug. Snurgle. Ah. This is far more PC. What? Oh, I didn't actually read it. Whoops. So we all know how Shredder works, right? Oh, threesome of plasteel. Oh, daddy like. Oh, foursome of plasteel. I'm the plasteel king. Also, things like Slaughter can make Chainaxe cleave with light attacks because power improves cleave. Yes, correct. Oh, fivesome! We just gotta make sure we complete it now. I know you do get some of them. Do you get 100% of the plasteel if you complete the mission? Or if you don't complete it? Flaming things down. Or do you get a percentage of it? Diamantine. Ah, small. What are you doing back there, huh? Goof ass. He got it groomed on Monday or Tuesday or Tuesday. Tuesday, it was Tuesday. Man, it was so needed. He was pooping and he had a little bit of diarrhea and it was just getting all over his butt. And he does this thing when he poops where he just like kind of like shuffles. And he would just shuffle and basically plant his pants right into the poop. And I'm like, God damn it, buddy. And every time I had to clean his little butt right after the little poop sesh. That's doggy poop. No one tells you about how much poop there's involved with puppies. And I don't mean like pooping in your house. That's totally different. Pooping in your house, yeah, that's expected when you get a puppy. But just the amount of like, because he's a purebred fucking mini Australian Shepherd. If I could do it over again, I would have done a Maltese or I would have done a mutt. I love my dog. I'm just saying, like, His stomach is so sensitive. He's had Giardia twice. Like, that could be the symptom of living in an apartment. And dog bacteria kind of just your dog has to deal with far more bacteria when you live in an apartment, because there's only so much ground that they can actually pee and poop on, right? And raining brings some of it up. Sprinkler systems bring it up. You know, it becomes runoff more or less. But dude, Roman has had so much diarrhea. Duke, my dog growing up, my motherfucker never had diarrhea. We fed him prime rib. That dog ate an entire chocolate muffin. A massive chocolate muffin. Didn't even phase him. Didn't even bother. He ate the fucking rat, the little like muffin condom and all. Didn't bother him. Not even a little bit. When I was a kid, for breakfast, my mom used to wake me up and she'd take those big chocolate muffins, you know what I mean? Like this big. She'd put it on a paper towel and she'd place it. So we had a fireplace, and next to the fireplace was a vent, like a heater. And it was basically at floor level, so I'd sit on the floor, but my mom would put like a blanket down, and right next to it was like the mantle for the fireplace. And let me put this down here to help out. And so my mom would be like, okay, go. I would sit in front of the fucking vent because it would be so cold in the house. It was a bunch of hardwood. And I would eat the muffin while like kind of waking up and being in front of the vent and kind of like enjoying the shit out of that. Well, one day my mom places it down and tells me, okay, go get your muffin, go eat and change. Let's go to school. And I went over there and it was just a paper towel because my mom would place it on the paper towel. I'm like, where's the muffin? She's like, it's on the paper towel. I'm like, Mom, are you fucking with me? There's no paper. There's no muffin. It's just a paper towel. And she looks over at my dog. My dog's like just like cleaning its teeth, like rubbing its mouth a little bit. My mom's like, he just ate the whole muffin. And like we knew that he couldn't eat chocolate, but we found out that dogs can not eat chocolate, sure, but it's a certain grammage and it's a certain type. Like dark chocolate with a 70+% cocoa, that'll kill him. But like milk chocolate, it's like barely enough cocoa in there. It's more milk and sugar than anything else. So yeah, that was like, yeah, he should be fine. He like pooped out a little bit of the wrapper and that was it. But dude, like we just didn't worry about that stuff. We didn't worry about that stuff growing up with the dog. Like now it's like getting a dog is, dude, it is exhausting with the amount of stuff. Oh, my dog pooped out one of my mom's nylons. Like my dog pooped out so much stuff. I don't know either if you're the same. Yeah, it could be the caffeine content. When you got a dog when I was growing up, it was like, all right, thanks for rescuing him from the pound. Called it the pound back then, right? Go and have fun. Let us know if something happens. You just didn't worry about stuff like parvo and puppy gut. You know, puppies, if you give them too much activity, their guts can twist and they get puppy bloat and die. Stop that, please. Yeah, you didn't have to worry about what you gave them to chew on within like a reasonable consideration, right? Like, oh, he might rip that up and he do this and they gotta get surgery and all that. Like, it's one of those things where having too much information, having access to too much information as far as like, before I got Roman, dude, I was looking up all these things, all these different training methods, all this stuff. And it's like it's one of those things where the information, these articles I was reading, it's not like it's vetted. It's like someone writing a fucking article for content's sake. And yeah, puppy bloat. Puppy bloat is when their guts twist up and they've eaten too much food and they're trying to digest the food. Their little guts are too underdeveloped and everything. You're just bloated with so much information, so many and horror stories more than anything, right? Because it's like, if you think of a product online, by and large, like, okay, you see something like a Amazon product, like 40,000 reviews. That thing's probably sold like millions of copies of whatever it is. And the majority of time that people want to say something, it's usually negative, right? Like, this is my horror story. People are not going to, more often than not, people don't share positive experiences of things. They just go, man, that was a positive experience I'm going to keep to myself. So, like, dude, I had such a panic attack the week before I picked up Roman. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be the worst. I'm puppy blues and all this stuff. Like, I'm going to be a terrible dog dad. Like, it was really fucking bad, man. And it was just because you're bombarded with so much information now. Whereas, like I said, when I was a kid, it was like, hey, you got a dog? Yeah, I feed him live compost every so often. And sometimes he eats the socks and he'll shit out a fucking monkey wrench. But that's okay. He means well. Like... Where now it's like, my dog is on a 80% crude protein, a 20% taurine diet, where he does nothing but eat, and we massage his toes afterward. A strict toe massage regimen is in place after my dog eats. This ensures that it maximizes digestion, so he doesn't have any upset tummies. It's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And don't hit me with like the people are soft thing. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm saying that like, for first-time dog owners, it's like built into you to be like kind of terrified of everything. Like Toby massages. Like, depending on the vet you've got, they're gonna say, "Parvo's in the air. Don't let him out." Other vets will be like, "Just make sure he doesn't lick other dog shit. Don't let him lick other dogs' butts." They get it from actual direct fecal contact, and keep him away from that stuff. But at 8 weeks old, your dog should have had 2 rounds of its parvo shots. It is kind of helicopter parenting as it extends to dog ownership, for sure. It's exhausting. Like, it took me a long time to learn, okay, as long as Roman is eating his food, if he's eating his food, he's got a good disposition, and he's drinking water, doesn't matter, he'll be fine. Like, at his age, you know, he's 11 months old. Ro, stop. Hey. No, sir. Thank you. If you want to chew on a chew toy, you chew on your chew toy. You don't chew on that fabric anymore. I don't know, Einsteiner. I really don't know. I mean, now I just kind of worry about, like, okay, when he gets diarrhea, it doesn't make me panic like it used to. And I think it's, yeah, it's like kind of, you learn about that stuff and you don't care as it's like, oh, okay, it's not as worrisome as I thought. Hey, Saint Snowman, thanks for following me, man. That's what my dad said, like, we were kind of having, not we, like, he was kind of getting in some issue with my brother, because before my brother got married and had kids, he was very, he got like late onset middle child syndrome, where he had graduated college, and he just felt like, oh no, I gotta go, oh, can't get to anything, I can't reset, god damn it, yeah. Where he was like, Mom and Dad never took us on, like, vacations and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, man, because, like, Dad worked 60, 70, 80 hours a week so that we could have a life. And Mom helped him at the office or was raising 3 kids. So, with him. Like, my dad didn't come home, and my dad would leave for work at 4 or 5 in the morning. He'd come home at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. My dad did not speak very much when I was growing up. He was just a tyrant. He would sit in his chair like this, just angry. My dad is an angry man. He's like, yo, we didn't go on family vacations. We always did. I'm like, yo, man, we have parents that are still together. That our mom that cooked every meal for us, for the exception of Friday nights where we'd all go out to, like, Claim Jumper or what the fuck do they call it? Outback Steakhouse. Like that. I mean, I had a great childhood, a very, very fun, great childhood. And he was just like upset about these things and mad at my dad and my mom and resentful for some weird reason. And again, my dad, he did not speak to me very colloquially until his dad died. And he kind of vented to me around that time because he was dying of Alzheimer's. And my dad kind of, I think, at that point saw me as a man and less of a boy and his child. And dude, it is so good. It comes with a fucking knife through it and butter. Oh, baby. And like my dad and I have a really good relationship. It's just when I was younger, it was always a relationship of lessons and things that I was doing wrong and needed to learn. Come on, let me get to this guy. Fuck out of here. Oh! This is not looking good now. Oh, Christ. But yeah, Dan and I are very close, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, you know, no one gives you a rule, like a guide on how to raise kids. You know, you do the best you can, you hope you do right by them, and you see how they turn out. And he was pretty upset about some of the stuff my brother had said. And he's like, you know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, because it's me and my tool glow. Fuck. Oh well. A wipe-a-doodle do. That's what I get for using a fucking Chainaxe. That was a rough spot to be in, too. Like, the little ground was all uneven. I couldn't dodge. But what do we get? 591 plasteel. I'll take it. That's not bad at all. My dad and brother are fine now. This was like... Shit, this was almost like 10 years ago. Hey, it's still 821 plasteel? Oh, no. That's my total plasteel. I'm a fucking idiot. On another episode of Italian Spartacus is a dumb idiot moron. He proceeds to be a moron, dumb idiot. Got this Carpio thing, and it's pretty nice. I don't know if it really helps my wrist, but it's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I felt overwhelmed, Einsteiner. I've been rewatching Chernobyl, and I fucking love that movie. It is, or that show. It's HBO's best show next to best miniseries, best limited miniseries next to Band of Brothers. 100%. All right, we're doing this dumb idea to.
The work is complete.
You know, it's somehow still better than mine.
The Omnissiah sees.
Yeah, John, I think that a lot of people talk about, we don't have coming of age things anymore. And I think that it's kind of on the parent to create the coming of age because we're not a tribal communal society anymore. True Detective was so good, though. So good. I feel like this is still better. Where is it? I feel like this orange is still better than my current one. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Which one would you guys take? The blue or the orange? I feel like almost making the blue an orange is probably the best bet at this point. Yeah, I want Blaze Awake, god damn it. But having that kind of moment with your father, where there is a switch, where he goes from, this is still my son, but he is now a man alongside me. He's a peer, more or less. That's a very coming of age thing that I don't think a lot of people get, which sucks. Like, I have a friend, a really close friend of mine, and his dad died of what's it called? Parkinson's disease. And my friend, he's a really close friend of mine still, and he's a great dude, but he still kind of applies a lot of the lessons that his dad told him growing up, like life axioms, in the sense that they are unbreakable laws. And I've even told him, I'm like, you know, man, the biggest thing is your dad died for you in a formative time in your life where you never got to have the relationship that transcends father to son into peer, into like man to man. And I think that a lot of the things that you apply to your life and the lessons that your dad taught you, while very valid and true, you're looking at them through the lens of a child who doesn't really understand the world, not as a man who's now in the world and trying to contribute to it or act into it or whatever it is, where those lessons with your dad still present kind of hold a different weight and change their value. It's like, my dad, when we were growing up, we would fuck around the pool, and he'd be like, hey, God damn it, the water stays in the pool, not on the ground, in the pool. And I don't understand what the fuck that meant. I was like, yeah, you know, water in the pool. He was trying to say, like, hey, it costs money to keep the water in the pool, keep the fucking water in the pool. Or like, hey, you know what, don't put your elbows on the table. I don't understand why the fuck that was, he was doing that. Oh, elbows on the table, whatever. He was trying to teach me manners, you know, like there's those little things that you don't understand why. Like, you think, oh, dad's fucking being an asshole. You don't understand until you're older, because you can put it into perspective. You understand, oh, maybe now you pay that bill and you're like, fuck yeah, man, water bill sucks, don't want to pay that one anymore. So it's like, it sucks to see that he never got to have that transition, and he still lives that very rigid, almost like draconic, dogmatic view of masculinity and his father as a result, which really just sucks. I suppose it depends on how much you value flak over the... Dude, flak is 100% the move. Communication and context are not the best skill of parents. I mean, hey, like I said, no one has a guide. My friend was... this was like right before COVID. My old roommate Rob was talking to my friend Elena, and they were like... She was like, man, you know... She's talking about childhood and childhood sucking and blah, blah, blah. And Rob goes, man, I don't know anyone who had a good childhood. I'm like, me? I fucking love it. It's like, okay, except for Ryan, man. Ryan had a great childhood. Like, everyone else fucking did not have a good childhood. Schizophrenia, so when I was like 5, parents broke up, and yeah, he's kind of he is a kind man, but I only know the shell that is my dad. It's very hard times. Yeah, 100%, man. Like I said, having that transition point with your father is huge in life. And that's a coming of age thing that I don't think a lot of people talk about. We talk about coming of age rituals, like walk through fucking fire, or take this blade and kill a lion. Like, I mean, like I said, we're not tribal communal peoples anymore. So coming of age is different, and it's down to communication, context, trying to pass those lessons on, have it actually mean something. Tell you what, my dad taught me how to make the king's omelet. That's the best gift ever given. Maniacs. Okay, I don't have enough to do that. Makes your parents human instead of these, I don't know, kings and queens. Seeing your parents make mistakes, learning that it's just a human thing, so valuable. 100%, yeah. Being able to understand that your parents are you at that point in time, you know, like it's also to learn they're not infallible, you know, like that's a big part of life. I do not have the money to do this. He's old, never had a proper childhood. You know, I mean, and everyone kind of gets those lessons in different strokes in different ways, you know? Like, I'm fortunate to have a very nuclear family upbringing and a very #blessed upbringing. Like, I'm fortunate that I had parents that, like, never forced certain things on me. Like, I wanted to play baseball, I played baseball. I wanted to play football, I played football. I wanted to play computer games. That was okay, but I was fucking up in school. That was the big problem. Like, I would skip homework to play Ultima Online, and my mom knew, and she'd be pissed. But my parents gave me a really astounding amount of freedom of expression, and that ultimately led to someone that I am now that I did not understand growing up, right? I just thought that's what you did, but it definitely wasn't like that. Games over homework, one of the facts is like 100%, dude. You know how much time I spent playing World of Warcraft and Halo 2 in high school? Dude, came out my sophomore year. Dunzo, bro. And I was on the server BlackRock, which was the most populated West Coast server. Whoo! Ooh, that was just a shite show. If you got booted off for whatever reason, because you got booted off when you played the beginning of what's it called, you always had to deal with like a 9-year fucking requeue. It was always like 45 minutes in queue. Oh, boot up Halo 2. Let's play some Clan Wars. All right, guys, we are going to shut our stream down for the day. I'm going to toss you over to my good friend Tick. She's great. She's gorgeous. She's very funny. She is a... I think she's now living in Spain. She's a Ukrainian refugee. She's a Russian living in Ukraine that is now a refugee. But she plays a lot of old school, like CRPGs, a lot of old school games. She's really great at them. So she's playing Baldur's Gate 2. So we'll toss you guys on over to Tick. Let's all mount up and raid Tick. Sounds terrible to say out loud. But for those of you guys watching here today, thank you so much for all of your community subs, for your Prime subs, all that action. I don't think we got any bits today. I think actually we got one bit. But thank you guys so much. We'll be back on Saturday with another stream. I might just take Friday off and kind of chill. We've been streaming all week. And I don't know if we're going to play Darktide or Warhammer 3. I might put a poll up on the YouTube channel, so do follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram if you want to watch things of Roman. You can find that in the About section below here on Twitch. It's right there. It's got a link to all my socials. But this is about to get going here. You too, guys. Thank you very much for watching RuneScape. WoW, dude, Battlefield 2 was so fucking good. You too, Sarah. Thank you very much for all your community subs and for following, my man. Always great to see you, bro. But yeah, we'll do either we'll do Company of Heroes 3, Warhammer 3, or this game, and I'll put up a poll on YouTube. But I gotta get the viewers, so I gotta just keep pushing towards partnership. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Have a good one. Take care. Wash your hands. Stay safe, and I'll see you, bros, on Saturday. And for you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Toodles, my dudes. We'll see you.